Are you an indie podcast or content creator looking to reach a wider audience? Look no further. Introducing Podcastic, the ultimate podcast network designed exclusively for indie creators like you. At Podcastic, we believe in the power of unique voices and fresh perspectives. We're here to amplify your passion and creativity, connecting you with a growing community of engaged listeners who crave original content. Podcastic is more than just a platform. It's a support system built for indie podcasters, offering a range of resources to help you succeed. From tailored promotional campaigns to professional production assistance, we're here to help you shine. Our intuitive platform makes it easy for you to be seen and heard. We do all the heavy lifting for you. You just show up and create. Plus, with our advanced analytics, you'll gain valuable insights into your audience's preferences, allowing you to refine your content and grow your fan base. Ignite your passion, expand your reach, and thrive with podcasting. Visit our website at www.podcasticlife.com to get started. Podcastic, the home for indie podcasts and content creators.
I pray that my love for you is bigger than what my parents have.
So you must be my daughter's new friend?
Candy, let me ask you a question.
Oh, so this him? This the man that comforts you more than me?
Mama, all men ain't like daddy.
That's not fair!
The content you're about to hear is a part of a paid programming segment. The views, opinions, and statements expressed belong solely to the sponsor and do not reflect those of Podcastic or its host. This segment is for informational and promotional purposes only and should not be considered as advice or endorsement. Listener discretion is advised.
Rise and grind, wanna show at 9:15 a.m. Monday through Friday, great conversation, guest appearances, cause you experience us on the cusp of blowing up. Boom. Wake up, wake up. Rise and grind, morning show.
Okay, hold on. You're not gonna just point your goddamn finger.
Well, it should have been done. Should have been done. Should have been done.
Can you close the door, Tia, please? Before
Stop telling people I'm here.
Okay, so Tia here. Listen, so y'all, welcome to the Rise and Grind Morning Show. We do this every Monday through Friday, 9:15, 9:11, whatever. Go to the Rise and Grind Morning Show on YouTube and hit subscribe and tell a friend. And anybody who's gonna join us today, I'm asking you and urging you to do the same, because this is what's going to power what the hell we're doing. Shout out to Pie Life. Shout out to Pie Life. In case y'all don't know, Pie Life is a group of us who just believe in the Pie Life. Like Pie Life, that's what we live in. Anyway, so I had a gas station chronicle. It's very funny, but it's not funny. Shout out to my man who had one leg and it fell out while he was getting in, but he laughed his ass off because he was like, "This is a new one." And so I just said, you know what? I just smiled.
Like his leg fell.
He was getting in his truck, and his leg fell off.
I really don't believe half of the stories you tell.
I mean, you don't have to worry about it.
I'm talking about 4 out of 5 of them. I think is a lie.
I just don't. I mean, I don't.
And you tell 5 a week. You know, so 4 out of those 5.
I just don't believe them.
No, I don't go to the gas station 5 days out of the week. But
she said 4.
But today, no, she said 4 of them is a lie.
She said 4 out of 5. Yeah, I feel like you go every day.
He come with this every day.
No, I try my best not to even go to the gas station.
I just don't believe any of your gas station chronicles.
I was pissed off yesterday because I didn't have enough money I ain't have enough gas to make it to Dearborn, but I wanted to go get some Dearborn gas because Dearborn gas lasts longer. And I put $20 in my.
It's probably the same.
No, I put $20. I put $20 and got more, and it lasts longer. So it was $2.60.
They gonna make sure they take care of their people.
Definitely. So that's where I go. And
I go there or Sterling Heights.
Yes,
wherever the Arabic community is, that's where I'm going.
That's where I'm going. I tell people that all the time. if the Akbas is there, that's where I'm going.
Oh my God.
So it's, by the way, y'all who checking us out, we really appreciate it.
Thank you,
yeah, because we are here, and Brittany here, y'all. Brittany's here.
Good morning. Here, I made it.
And Sandy, see how you got her shit? No, go back. Do her shit again. I want my shit like that. Okay. All right then. And also,
You know you be on there.
Yeah, we got Tia Black in the building with us too.
Hey, what's up, though?
Hey. Tia that hit about 29,000 people. Shout out to Tia. Thank you.
Grand Rising family.
I don't need a ride. you know when niggas
It is a grand rising, okay?
So when the guy starts saying Grand Rising Queen, that means he need a ride to go pick up his kids.
No, he said that. I just don't respond.
I heard about that. I heard that when men say that, women are running.
I don't.
And I heard that when women say it, that they're toxic.
Yeah,
I heard that. Yeah, but it's the furthest from the truth if you're judging from me.
I have a friend that calls every woman a queen to the point where we just.
I don't trust him.
He be like, you a queen?
Yeah.
What's up, queen? You a queen? And we
like
just,
that is a hood rat.
we just make fun of
right.
He be like, that's just a queen who ain't realized who she is yet.
Ooh,
That's
I love
what he
it.
says all the
and
time.
he's right. He's 100% right. Because if you're a black woman, a goddess, you know what I'm saying, a 9th thing, you are a queen.
No, let me tell you something. No,
I mean, well, I don't know because
some of these girls are natural hood rats. I was at McDonald's yesterday.
This is true. I'm not gonna go back and forth about it.
I
got a question. What's the difference between a hood rat and ghetto?
Oh, ghetto is just your vernacular, how you act. But a hood rat is definitely STDs walking. So listen. Let me explain something.
Somebody asked that question the other day.
That's real too. Can you break it down? Can you please break that down for the people?
A hood rat is full of diseases. I mean, that's what rats do. Rats inherit different diseases because they be in
rabies and all types of stuff.
So it's ghetto.
Ghetto is just your vernacular, like bitch. You know what I mean?
Okay. Like you can tell she got a little ghetto with her. Like you can tell she was brought up in the hood.
Right, but
hood rats use the same.
Sometimes they use the same name.
So you might get them mixed up.
That's what I'm trying to.
Be careful.
I'm trying to figure out what's the difference.
There's such thing as a ghetto hood rat. It is such thing.
So ghetto, okay. So you could just see. For me, I feel like when you say ghetto, I'm like, oh, there's a little hood.
No, this is a ghetto hood rat, bitch. Damn, I'm itching. That's a ghetto hood rat.
But I feel like it's
why
just,
are you itching?
I feel like it's hood rat, and then it's just hood.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
Okay.
Yeah. Because like ghetto and hood to me is like the same thing, and it ain't more so that you from the ghetto. You just know how to check people. That's how I look at it. Like you ain't no punk.
I put it like this: Wanda, Jamie Foxx carried Wanda. She was ghetto. Shanae was a hood rat. That's assuming you want to break it down.
Okay.
Yeah, and shout out to everybody who I didn't realize who actually wore a dress that was males in Hollywood.
Just about everybody.
Everybody's done it.
Just about everybody.
But you know what's funny though, and I feel like, especially in our community, like we always take everything just
too serious.
Yeah. Sometimes we take the wrong stuff too serious. I'll say that because it's funny when men imitate women. Like I really don't. It's hilarious.
And guess what? Some of the people who won Oscars won it from imitating women. Tootsie, old boy who played in Tootsie, and Robin Williams for Mrs. Doubtfire.
Mrs. Doubtfire. You had Patrick Swayze. He was a woman. You had John Travolta. He played a woman.
Everybody did it. Played
pretty
a woman.
much everybody has done it.
Even Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, he did.
He dressed up. I did not know that The Rock dressed up as a woman the first time on stage.
Y'all not gonna make me think just because you dress as a woman that's so funny.
That's funny as fuck.
No.
Please. Wrap it up.
I'm not gonna
wrap it on up.
Hey, look, could you imagine me as a
I'm
woman?
not
I know some men that's dressed straight that was still funny. You don't have to go that route, King.
I said I'm saying more so like if you imitate
like Martin in Big Mama's house,
or even okay. Did you see the episode where Will Smith and Lisa went to counseling and he imitated her? That's funny.
That's funny.
That's funny to me. I
but
like
you don't
want to
not to dress up as a woman. That's too far.
So
you like that too?
I really don't like it.
Stop, please.
Because it's like. But if it's a character like Mrs. Doubtfire,
got it.
It made sense.
How about White Girls? White Girls was funny.
White Chicks was hilarious, but it made sense. And what I liked about it, even with Mrs. Doubtfire, Big Mama's house, he was going undercover. So like, I feel like if the story makes sense, yes. But just to be dressing up as a woman,
Holiday Heart.
No, that's too funny.
Bing Rames, the Holiday Heart. Let's take it there.
But wasn't that based on a true story?
Yes.
So he was really playing out someone's life.
Yeah.
Okay, that don't mean. Come on, y'all. Please.
Listen,
Here's
extra
my thing.
$3 million, you can have me.
Here's my thing.
I'm sorry.
And that's just that on that.
When it comes to like I said, the movies that I named Big Mama's House, Mrs. Doubtfire, they were going undercover for something. Like it calls for that character, but just for a man to be dressed as a woman,
just just
doing it. No, I don't think so.
Okay, got it.
Yeah,
I got
like,
it.
Because if you think about it, if you was a CIA agent, FBI, in
You
real
gonna take
life,
it however far you need to take
you gotta be undercover. You gonna go undercover.
Okay.
You see what
All
I'm
right.
saying?
I'll take. Okay, I'm with you right there.
Yeah.
I 100% agree.
Shanny, that
I
light
get it.
is hitting
I'm
you
there.
wrong. When I just looked at you
It's supposed to be over there, but you set it. Who set it up? You?
No, I'm talking about the light coming from the. Yeah, it just
Miles don't know what he doing.
Hey y'all, she got.
I wanted Tia to finish. I wanted Tia to finish her statement that you cut her off.
Shanny do have edges. That's what my boy texted me.
You know what?
God.
No, I wanted Tia to finish what she was saying about the dress thing. Nobody said that. That's him.
Brittany, I lost it. I ain't gonna lie. 'Cause he just plays so much. Like I lost it.
Hey, Tia gonna forget everything.
Every time. I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? I don't hold on to stuff. Not even thoughts. One thing about me, I'm gonna let some shit go.
Who think that's ghetto?
That's ghetto. I know. You know what I'm saying?
So you gotta let it go.
Listen though, let me tell y'all something about that. When I was watching that video, I'm like, oh, this is bad for us, right? What
video?
Which one?
Sukihana, the video that you're talking about. She was like, I don't thinking it's ghetto. I said, oh, this is bad for us as a whole, you know? But then as I started to affirm, right? You know what I'm saying? Because I do my affirmations in the morning. Like when you're doing your affirmations, you're not gonna think you're having a great day. You know you're having a great day, right?
Yeah,
so then I kind of switched it. I said, well, maybe that's what she was talking about. But then I thought it was Sukihana. And I don't think that's what it was. I just think that she fucked up. And, you know,
you was basically trying to give her something. I don't think she was thinking that deep.
Yeah, I don't
think she took it that deep.
That was probably part of the problem.
But I wanted that for her. You know what I'm saying? Because I hate to see us out here like that.
I do. And I really feel like those are in certain places and positions are the ones that should be able to say something.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people got mad at Felicia for Rashad.
Thank you for saying her name right.
Well, that's what she said her name was. But a lot of people got mad at her for saying what she said to some of the young ladies. And it's like, that's our elder.
Yeah.
We've lost respect and honor to our elders.
That's
what
it's
she
an
say?
elder.
Yes.
She was just saying some of the young ladies need to cover it up.
Oh, yeah.
Like I was in McDonald's yesterday, and when I say the most forest hood rats, they start twerking. I said, excuse me, for real. I don't mean it. I'm not being disrespectful. It's a little girl right here.
Come on,
can y'all chill?
That's what I'm saying.
And she's like, old ass. And I said to myself, I just looked at her like, okay.
Like we're disrespecting our elders.
And we disrespect
And don't disrespect the kids either, because they gotta see this. Like, you know, they have to watch
but
this.
look, her great grandma was watching her. You know what I mean? I ain't talking about the grandma because the baby had to be like 3. This is like her great grandmother was watching her, right?
It was 2 greats.
Probably so.
That's even more sad. That's greatly sad. Exactly.
I don't know how many people got great around here.
That's the lesson.
I mean, come on, they having children. Grandmas is 37.
That's true, but great grandmas.
Yeah.
How many got great?
Yeah.
I ain't make it to
My
the first.
my granny's a great.
See,
Wow.
But she about to be 81 this month.
That's what I'm saying. So they got some.
So just imagine a 3-year-old. She got a great.
She got 4 generations.
The greatest. Okay.
Yeah, she got the greatest. Like the world's greatest.
And all of them still need their hands held. So let's go to the topic of the day, y'all. Today's topic, and this is what we talk about: cries for help.
And wow. What we talking about.
I mean, I think those little young girls yesterday was crying out for help.
That was a great rolling. I like how you did that.
Yeah, I did that.
You didn't even know what the topic was.
Sometimes systems work, so it worked.
The topic was, the hell you mean? I do my research.
Miss Monique said, I remember when Shanae Ugly Wanda was a hit. She said, I didn't think of them as less as a man. It was just comedy. That's how she looked at it. That's good.
That's interesting. So do you feel like it's okay if the manhood is not jeopardized, or if you can watch it and still be like, hey, I know that this is just a character?
I would say if the
that's a no for you.
I don't want my man doing it. I'm
man,
gonna tell you that right now.
If the man counterparts wasn't in the scene or in the story was emasculated by her, then I wouldn't feel no way.
Mrs. Doubtfire.
I don't know. I like Tyler Perry.
It was hilarious. I just wouldn't want my man doing.
You talking about what, Mrs. Doubtfire?
Yeah, Mrs. Doubtfire, Big Mama House, Medea, any of them. We could take it all the way down to Eastside Ivo. I don't like it.
Eastside
It goes to, you see how far? Look, and let me tell you, he is a descendant of that.
Yeah,
he grew up watching that, and he said, "You know what? I'm going to show the people what I perceived of it," and that's what he saw.
Well, can I ask you a question? So, if a man was making $90 million a year, you wouldn't mind?
I mean, put that dress on. Hey, baby, doing like a jumpy day.
Okay,
listen, $90 million. No, seriously. I don't want my man doing it.
I know you
And
might
think
not
about
want him doing
how
that,
good the
I
film
already
can do
said-
afterwards.
I already said it made sense with some of those roles. Now Medea
Medea
was different.
Yeah.
But
Is
I'm
it?
saying
Yeah.
well, the reason why is because if you actually break down the story of like Mrs. Doubtfire, he was doing it because he could have access to his kids.
Right.
That was a great.
You understand? So like it was a storyline as to why he was doing it. With Big Mama's House, it was a storyline. Like they trying to catch a criminal. You know, like it made sense. But Medea is just
but no.
You somebody grandma.
yeah.
It makes sense
Hold
because
on.
that's the dynamic of our
what I'm
family.
saying is,
But so
but get a woman to do it. Let me not take that away from.
I get it
Yeah.
because you
I'm
think
not-
it'll be the same.
I'm not saying it in any disrespectful way. What I'm
Yeah.
saying is if it makes sense for the
Right.
character, like John Travolta did it in Hairspray.
Yeah.
It did make sense for me for
It
him to
did.
be a woman in that. You know what I
I
mean?
mean, he was playing a gay role though. He is playing.
It did not make sense for him to be a man
I mean, with them-
dressed up as a woman having a door like that. Did not make sense.
Well,
If it makes sense.
If
Like
it don't
that's-
make
you
money,
know,
it don't make sense.
It didn't make sense.
Well,
he
well-
playing a woman and for what?
because he could. I mean,
Miles.
So this is people free will.
But what
at
we're
this
saying
point.
is,
Could they not have casted a woman to do that?
that's my point.
That's all she
I
got.
don't think it
all
would
I'm
have been the
saying.
same.
If they casted a black,
But here's
grandma,
the thing. What did he? What did he do though?
First-
Like
Who, Tyler Perry?
No, you didn't even see Hairspray,
No,
so I can't talk to you.
she-
about
Oh,
that.
no.
I'm not even going to talk to you about it.
she
What
didn't
I'm
mind.
saying is,
Watch
John
Hairspray.
Travolta.
Watch Hairspray. Just watch it.
No, John Travolta.
I think you can miss
was
it.
dressed.
Thank you.
He was dressed as a woman, and he played a mother.
For
but
no
it had
reason.
for no reason. What I'm saying is, it had nothing to do with being gay or anything.
It was just
He
this is
was
the
one-
character.
That was his character.
Right.
You didn't see it. You didn't
It's
get
no
it.
right. It's wrong. It's not right. It's wrong.
So again,
Why couldn't they have just casted a woman to play that role?
Because he crying out for
Because
help.
that's
But
true.
listen,
That could be a cry for help, but they may
And
not have
that's
felt
what
like
I'm
that
saying.
woman could really
But
capture that role.
If you had Mrs. Doubtfire, Big Mama's House, they were undercover, and not only that, they came out of the outfit.
Well, the whole
yeah,
thing.
for a
is why-
minute.
The whole thing, Tyler Perry. I understand Tyler Perry because he started it off with stage play.
He was doing comedy. I get it.
And it was comedy, and I like when he broke the fourth wall when he was like, "Hey, girl, get that." You heard what I said. You know what I mean? It was funny.
Well,
So-
his came in as a comedy.
When I was a kid, that scared me.
Got it. It was a
tell y'all.
microphone.
We were
That's what threw me because I'm
What,
like,
the
what is
microphone,
that?
right there in the middle of the week.
Yeah.
We went to go see Tyler Perry. He came here. You know what I'm saying? And he told this story. He said, "You know what? I was living in my car and blah blah blah." I'll never forget this. We were sitting between the first and the third row. I can't remember. But we were really close to the stage. And he was talking. He was in character. And next thing I know, it was a man voice that came out.
Yeah.
That scared the
that's
hell out of me.
traumatizing.
That scared me because I did not know that was a man.
Gotcha.
I thought that was
See?
somebody big ass grandma.
Because he portrayed the role so
Excuse
good.
me?
Yeah,
What if
but-
a woman couldn't do that? No shade, but
But the funny part is,
Oh no, I think I did know, but I just think that it scared me because I think we were still watching the plays on
For me,
DVD or something. I don't remember, but that was scary.
As a play,
Right.
it makes sense because he was going for comedy. Some of the roles make sense. Some of the roles
as
don't
long
make
as it's
sense.
funny, if it make you laugh, it's cool.
But it has to make sense for me.
good morning, Dorian.
Good morning, my beautiful black people.
good morning, Dorian.
There's some historical context to this, and it kind of comes from a long time ago as what we call minstrels, and
Yes.
we call in vaudeville. Okay, there was a term where for comedic purposes only, a man would dress up like a woman, and then you had comedian females that would dress up like a man.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes, correct.
Now, as far as Tyler Perry, he started in the circuit of black theater doing that. And like he said before, he himself said, hey, that him putting the dress on and impersonating his grandmother got him $1 billion. Okay?
Yeah.
That's what you get. You get Flip Wilson back in the early 70s.
Yep, he started it. He was the first black man on TV.
I know who Flip Wilson is.
Tony Curtis. It's not just black men wearing dresses. It was
Right.
white men doing this as well.
Milton-
Tony Curtis made a huge amount of money and doing this kind of stuff.
Milton Berle, Steve Martin, correct.
Milton Berle, Steve Martin. There was always
Will Ferrell did it too.
it's a comedic. It's like almost a comedic like a byproduct. You know, it's like a prop. You know, you look at Jamie. Every week we talking about Wanda. No one complained. Everybody was not questioning Martin's manhood or Jamie Foxx's manhood when they was doing Wanda and doing Shanae. Like somebody even said earlier in the comments. So at this point now, I think it's an old comedic trope. We don't need to do it no more. But if someone decides they want to wear a dress, what are we to trip on? If it's going to get them paper, it's going to create a laugh or whatnot or whatever. I used to think the same way. I used to be like, ain't no man should be doing this, da-da-da-da-da. But in reality, if you really do your homework, and this is why his story is so important, is to know there's context. And just like Brittany said, you got, if you look at Mrs. Doubtfire, you look at how they presented the movie, they presented him being a man first, right? Matter of fact, there was Dustin Hoffman and Tootsie back in the early 80s.
Yes.
You know, like me and Miles know we come from, like, this was nothing not normal. You know, you don't have every artist, every guy don't have to dress up and put a dress on, but if you're doing comedy, you mean Martin Short was wearing dresses, Steve Martin was wearing dresses.
It was a whole bunch of white boys.
I mean, they all wear them. Patrick Swayze, don't leave him out.
Jim Carrey, his manhood should be questioned. He was wearing a dress.
He also talked out of his butt.
He did. That was funny.
Yeah, he did. But I'm not questioning their manhood. I'm saying that for me, I don't mind it as long as it makes sense. That's all I'm saying. It has to make sense. I don't care. Yeah.
And very rarely have you seen movies where it didn't make sense. Okay, now you had Ving Rhames in
Holiday Heart.
Holiday Heart. Matter of fact, Miss Fu with Wesley Snipes, he put on a dress. They were presented
I remember him having a dress on.
Transvestites, right?
Yeah, they're on trend.
Yeah, if it makes sense, I get it.
It was made sense in the script as to what they were putting out, and there's very rarely when you're gonna see something like, he just put on a dress and it's stupid, blah blah blah.
Dave Chappelle believed otherwise.
Well, I think that's everybody has their belief.
But I think that's where it kind of.
And I think I'm more on the Dave side because y'all ain't about to make me believe that
where a lot
putting
of
on a dress is the only way you can be funny.
Yeah. I think that's where this started coming from when Dave Chappelle has something to say about. And
I'm not from your generation, so that's why I wasn't speaking up back then. Mm-hmm. But I'm pretty sure if I was your age, I would still feel the same way. And that's just what it is. Like we wasn't talking about it because we weren't there.
Tell me this, Tia. If they had you dressed like a butch. Okay, I'm
about to play a stud in my next movie.
Girl, shut the hell up.
You know what I'm saying? This is no bull crap. You know what I'm saying? I understand the art and the craft, but all I'm saying is if y'all telling me that Tyler Perry couldn't have that same influence without him putting that dress on, I just dare not believe it.
I mean, because
I don't think he would have had.
But I think he goes.
I believe that he would have that much. I believe that if he would have wrote these plays exactly how he wrote them and put a woman who can play that same woman that he was trying to play, it would have still hit the same way. I don't think because he was a man in a dress that made it go.
I think the fact that he can play different roles.
The fact that he's 6'4".
That's what I'm saying. If we could find a big woman, a big lady
with long titties,
dress her up like that. Dress her up like that character.
It's funny. It's funny knowing that he's ridiculous. It's funny
but
him being a man.
Was basically his grandmother, so only he would be able to.
That's not true. As an actress, I'm gonna tell you that is not true.
Oscar said I can act, so there are things I don't have to do.
I mean, people act no disrespect.
I know that's right, Oscar.
No disrespect to Oscar.
Let him be.
But here's the thing: when people say, "But there's certain things I don't have to do,"
he don't want to do. He don't want to compromise in that way.
So here's the thing: of course, you don't want to compromise, right? Mm-hmm. But at the same time, you have to know which your journey is different from everybody else's journey. And when people opportunity come up, like Jamie Foxx never had a chance to show, when he tried to show all all of his talents, they were shunned.
I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. Y'all ain't gonna see Jamie playing no woman in today's time. He did that at the start of his career because that's how he had to get on. Same with everybody else.
Yeah, but
ain't nobody doing that right now that's already made it.
Of course
Period.
not.
Tyler ain't even doing it no more. He made Madea die, I think Madea done died.
Yeah, but I think she coming back.
She coming back to life.
Better come back.
It's called the resurrection.
Okay.
Madea, the resurrection.
Yeah, it's actually coming back.
But let me just tell y'all this. The numbers, he had to branch off from that. The numbers then went down.
Hold on. He started that character in theater.
Yes.
So in theater, if he wanted to make the movies, he had who else could he gonna play? If everybody saw you on theater as this position, as Madea, how are you going to get someone else to play
No,
Madea?
you shouldn't have never played it, is what I'm saying. Somebody else can play Madea because you casted somebody else as Madea.
No.
That's how casting goes. You write the script out, right? And then you envision somebody in your head. You don't envision yourself as your grandma. Sorry, no, I'm just playing. I'm just joking. His way was his way, but what I'm saying is I believe that with this same script, I think the writing was that good. I believe that he could have wrote that part for a woman and he would have still had this. Because it was his face. It's his story. I don't think that we could have changed his story.
But everybody can't bring the same thing to
So
camera.
can everybody just go watch number one on the call sheet? That's all I gotta say.
Right.
Just go watch number one on the call sheet. It's on Apple TV. Watch part 1 and part 2. It's gonna be something totally different.
I think part 3 they're gonna start bringing out the Tylers.
I don't
the
think
Spike
they are.
Lees. No, I really.
I don't think that they
You
are.
don't think
They're
so?
done.
I think they're done.
They're done.
Because they said enough.
They're not gonna say anything. There's nothing else to say.
Dorian, thank you.
What made y'all think them come out and say that all of a
Say
sudden
what?
right now? Whatever they said.
The number one on the call sheet.
What made them just come out all of a sudden?
No, it ain't all of a sudden.
No, it wasn't all of a sudden. I think it's been I think they've been showing because
First of all, it's on Apple TV.
Yeah.
Let's say it like that.
Yeah.
And the way when you have to see it, you be like, oh, this motherfucker laid out. It ain't no.
it's beautifully
What made
done.
them do it?
I mean,
I think because
it's-
blacks have like it's
thinking.
different for us now when it comes to film, right? And like now we have more opportunity, we have different things going on, and
And we
I
can
was
shoot
like,
our own shit.
we can shoot our own things.
Okay.
And I think the purpose of them saying because that was in there, they're like, we got billionaires now, we don't need
We can do it.
yeah, we can do it
Got it.
ourselves. And they've done like they're the ones that opened the door for us to even do what we doing here in Detroit.
Yeah, and
Well,
then,
Boomerang was the first all black rom-com cast. Independent though, like
and they show clips from Eddie Murphy when he did a press run. He was like, "Yeah, people just mad because there's no white people."
there was no white. It was white people in it, but it was
In
no
the
main.
main-
There was no
in the
main
main-
white people.
Had
But
no vocals.
who else has done that?
Nobody.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Tyler done it. Even our boy Spike Lee didn't do it.
but
he
whatever
still had
it
others.
was, it was basically paying homage, like being
The
number
black
one on the
yeah.
call sheet, and basically saying like the type of pressure that it was, and the doors and things that they knocked down and things like that. It was good.
how it meant different to different people.
It was different for everybody. Yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely different for other people who being number one on the call sheet.
But to hear Denzel Washington talk about Black Panther the way that he did was like, wow, okay, like it really touched him. Like he said I was emotional.
Yeah.
When I saw that
Yeah.
because of where he came from.
Because of where he came
Where
from.
he
He's
came
seen it
from.
all.
Yeah,
You know,
Yeah.
so
So
pretty
it was
much
like
Yeah.
him, Morgan Freeman. They were just like, yo, Black
They had
Panther.
Morgan on there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Morgan been grown all his
Yeah.
life.
Listen.
Morgan Freeman was on there, and
Yeah.
that's what
I know
I'm
this
saying.
got some
Like
tea.
he was like Sidney Poitier. They had little clips from him on there.
They had Samuel on there?
No, they didn't have him on
They
there.
mentioned
that he
them.
was mentioned.
Okay,
Yeah,
at least
yeah, but he was mentioned.
But all of them was executive producers. That's what I really loved about it.
I didn't see it on the first one, but I saw it on the second one.
Yeah, all of them.
Nia Long, she is something.
Yeah.
She's something. I like her, but she's
She
something.
wanted them to be like, get Nia. They be like,
Well, she said something that I really liked because she was like, people find it real weird that I like to redo my own makeup
My
after
touch-up,
it was
my
done,
touch-up.
my touch-ups, right? And they was like, well, don't you care if they think that you're being labeled as difficult? She was like, I don't care. Every woman has been labeled as difficult in this business.
I
Like,
think
we
that
all
would be
difficult.
making it easier if that was the case for whoever doing makeup.
she
and
was
makeup.
basically saying,
You can't even put no lip gloss on. Ask for some lip gloss.
Really?
And they think you're supposed to have a dry lip. Man, give me some lip gloss, man.
Okay.
What is wrong with
Who's
y'all?
about to come dry lip?
well,
You don't like to wake up with lip gloss.
I don't
I
like
do
that
that in my real
regular
life. I wake up on my sleep
Me
and
too.
put some lip gloss on.
Me too. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie.
well, that's one thing they were saying definitely about films.
It's
About
just fake.
people just people pretty as hell when they wake up on Tubi.
I told you. I had one friend tell me, she said, once you start worrying about what you look like on camera, you're gonna be a better actor.
You're gonna be a better actor
because that's not your job.
Yeah,
the director's job is supposed to make you look good.
And once the director start caring about what people look like on camera, will be better.
But I don't even necessarily think of. I don't
hear me out. Casting. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Once you pick the talent over this look, will be better.
Will be better. Yeah.
That's all I mean. Yeah. Right at the very start of this thing.
Because everybody isn't gorgeous and sexy.
But they can act
some
their
people
ass
are
off.
weird and quirky. Like that's what makes people in character.
And once people in production companies
we look like we real life friends.
And once people start,
and I just told somebody, all the friends ain't gonna be fine as hell. That's not realistic. It is very real. Hear me out. No. Real friends. Not a group of chicks that you called to hang out tonight. Not them. I'm talking about your
in
friends.
a regular group of friends, it's gonna be
everybody is
on a higher and lower scale.
It's
not
realistic.
They're not Haitians, but it's not realistic.
Yeah,
that's that's what I was talking about, right? Casting. That's 90% of the movie. Yeah. Nobody does chemistry reads or nobody tries to see, okay, let me see how they mesh together. Yeah. Let me put them on screen together, how they look. That's why they were doing screen testings back in the day, which they still do now. Nobody goes that deep into it's a blueprint.
I will tell you guys this, and nobody tell me this, but I just did my first chemistry read, for my movie, and this was something that I didn't learn, going. It's just something that I thought needed to be done. Yes. I need to see if these motherfuckers even feel good together. Yeah, I need to feel that. I need to look at that and see that and feel that
and record it.
And record it.
So Damon Wayans, I don't know if you saw his interview on Club Shay Shay.
I did,
and you saw the part where they wanted him for Jerry Maguire. Him and Tom Cruise went out, met, talked. Tom Cruise was like, he's too tall. He's too tall.
Like looking up like this.
Yeah.
It feels awkward.
Exactly. It was a shame with same with Shonda Rhimes with her and Kerry Washington for Scandal. Yeah. She had, they met, they had dinner. It's like, okay, I liked it. Will and Martin.
Really?
Yeah, you have to. When I started acting, we was encouraged to go out with our scene partner and talk to them.
Oh no, don't do that. Remember that happened to me.
Should I this too far?
I got trauma behind that.
We thought I just playing.
No, remember I told you. Remember I got fired from the situation.
Oh, that situation.
That's it, because they made us go out and hang out, and then somebody. That was a mess, y'all. Oh, that can backfire, but I understand. Yeah. That was. We were building real chemistry.
Yeah. It's different when you're on screen. So because what I was gonna say, go back to the director. The director should be worried about what are you pulling out of that character, making people feel when it comes to that character. Not necessarily what you look like, but what is this person feeling? What is the audience feeling at this moment?
But that's up to the producer. The producer need to know what type
that ain't the producer.
No. A producer need to know what type of director he's hiring.
Oh, okay,
that's number one.
That's number one, yeah.
That's number two is, but if the producer is so infatuated with how many numbers somebody got on social media, that's some people y'all shouldn't be working with.
You already lost with that.
Oh, I lost it because I ain't even at 1,000 on my
you already lost
IG. I'm lost.
No, and this is what I'm saying.
I'm still working. Praise God. Yeah, still working. Praise God.
Because the work worked for itself. It's
essentially, yeah.
Kenneth says, if a man put on a dress to get on, what else would you do to get on? Well, Kenneth, I would say
that's
this.
Interesting.
Some of them already on.
Right.
Like some men are already on.
So why are you putting this on then?
Because listen,
you just like it. So you put this on. This is the only one. Please. So the ones that's already on, right?
So you feel like the early on in the game ones got the pass to do it.
You know what I'm saying? You trying to get to the next level.
So I got a question.
Hold on, wait a minute. A dress don't make you get to the next level. However,
I'm getting these people to the next level.
I would say this. Kevin Hart put on a dress recently.
Got him to the next level.
No, it's one of his recently.
Yeah, he did it recently.
For what?
I can't remember.
Because he been falling out.
But here's my question.
Because he been doing.
So is it you been seeing him all on the podcast? He's soaking up all the little young comedians' juice. He's everywhere. Kevin Hart has fallen off. He got to stay relevant at this point.
I got a question.
He just
you don't think so?
He was just on a tiny desk talking about how he fell off and how he's coming back.
No, he did his chocolate drop. That was funny.
He was talking about y'all want me back. I'm coming back. I ain't been having no sold out shows.
wasn't.
I just seen another person say, "When is the last time y'all went to a Kevin Hart show and saw it sold out?"
I never seen the Kevin Hart show.
Exactly.
Only on Netflix.
I would never go see a Kevin Hart
See what
show.
I'm saying?
I seen him live.
He's never
You
been.
did?
But I don't know if it was sold out.
He
Yeah.
only funny
I thought
on
Kevin
screen.
Hart was on the top until I started
He
hearing.
was.
all
Do y'all,
At one
do y'all
point-
think it's the same for women
Yeah.
when they reverse the role?
As far as what?
I mean,
Doing the lesbians or,
It's
studs
rare
or-
though.
it's not
Yeah.
rare. It's more
I
common.
don't see it that much.
Really
Well,
see
I'll tell you, when I
more
did
so
Broad
now
Day-
than I ever had.
It's
When I-
more
when I
common.
did-
It's more
Yeah.
When I
common.
did Broad Day, I was very like, because like she a tomboy, you know, real. Right? I said, but is she? You know?
Right.
And they was like, oh no, she ain't no dyke. I'm like, okay, I can do that.
Yeah.
But it still was
But
like,
you
yo,
wouldn't play a dyke.
No, I don't.
No,
do.
you don't want to play a dyke. That's just something you don't.
I just don't wanna do
care
it.
to do. You don't care
Yeah.
to put that out there.
Yeah, no, I'm not interested.
Got it.
But doing Broad Day was very kind of for me because somebody asked
It was
me,
on
like,
the
"Well,
edge.
Was you gay in the movie?"
They
And I was
felt
like,
it.
No,
They felt the energy.
Gay. I was
Yeah.
just being like
Yeah, on
trying
the
to be like
tomboy
my
side,
cousin.
yeah.
You know why they say that? Because if you see a bitch, smack a bitch.
But she was just. But that's why I was like, I still have my nails. You know, like I still did it that
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
But it's. I feel like it'd be like you have to be. Like with the whole set it off, I didn't know at that time that Queen Latifah was. I'm like, I thought she was, but then it was confirmed. I was like, oh, okay.
That was her time, her perfect time to tell everyone that she was gay.
Well, Halle Berry did it in the movie, the fight movie that she did, and I don't know why.
Right.
She had sex with the woman and everything. It didn't even make sense.
Listen, the whole thing is...
I just saw that too. I can't.
Said it didn't make sense.
Hey, y'all, listen. Y'all got to realize it's all movie. So
It's entertainment.
It's not
But you
based-
say that because you're not an actor.
No, first of all,
You're
no,
not an
but,
actor.
First of all, I'm about to be in somebody's movie.
No, but what I'm saying is, if you are an actor and you're being introduced and people might not know who you are,
Yeah.
some people, you might play the role so well, people be like, yo,
Yeah.
wait a minute.
Is that you?
It's that, cause you're not you're not an actor.
But I
That's
What about
what makes a
part
good
of it?
actor.
You said what?
I feel like that's what makes a good actor.
It
Taking
does,
roles
but
that
then
you don't normally
sometimes-
play.
But sometimes you get caught in that,
And
or
that's
you
what
get
I was
stuck
just
in
gonna
that,
say.
and then people only see you as that.
Yeah.
That's
so you
true.
have to be careful.
That's
Or what
true.
about when you get stuck in that for real? And it ain't even about what people see for you, but what you start to feel for yourself.
Exactly.
Like I was just watching a documentary when they were
I
talking
would
about
start feeling
Tupac.
gay, though.
They said Tupac was not really like that before Juice. And they said that Juice character got him stuck into that gangster role, but before then he was like
feminine.
he was more feminine, he was more soft, more in tune with that. And next thing you know, he
smoked cigarettes like
Hey,
this.
Tia, now you got the juice.
See what I'm saying? You know, like, so don't, you know, what if you get caught up in that and you get stuck?
Well, that's why
Yeah.
Heath Ledger.
I
That's why
get it.
he killed himself.
He killed himself.
He got so deep into the Joker that
Y'all
he could not
remember
come out of
when I
it.
played-
My man Desmond, what's his name, Idris, who played on Snowfall.
Yeah.
He said he got so caught up into that he had to remove himself from it because it was
And
so.
He had to go to the fucking jungle and
Yeah.
realize he was...
And the same
somebody
with
else.
Cookie and Taraji with that role. She said that she had to release and go on an island or something for 3 months just to get that Cookie energy off of her.
Because when she started doing movies, all I saw was Cookie.
That's it. She said
Every
she
time
had
I seen
to
it,
get
I'm like,
that
there
off
go
of her.
Cookie.
Yeah.
There
Yeah.
go Cookie. So that's
Yeah.
why I'm like, you gotta be.
You turn into that.
Well, she was one of my acting coaches, and he said, "This is your instrument, your body." And he was saying everything we do is all spiritual.
Absolutely.
So he was even saying like when he has to play like death roles and stuff like that. He said he has to be really because this is your tool.
Your
This
temple.
yeah. So
absolutely.
we got to be careful what we doing. So that's why it's certain roles. It's like
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to do that.
Very true. Richard Heath said, I recently found out that Will Smith and Martin were not originally cast to star in Bad Boys. It was supposed to be John Lovitz and Dana Carvey.
See, I always knew that from what I read, it was always Martin. It wasn't Will.
No, so no, the script landed in in Martin's hands.
Yeah, it wasn't supposed to, but he didn't want Will at first.
No, they wanted Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
And they was like, no, Eddie Murphy is might cost too much. And
Because he was too under Beverly Hills Cop. Like, that's what they were trying to get away from.
Well, the whole thing is the same people who did this one was the same guy who did Beverly Hills Cop.
Yeah, I know.
So
Because they marketed it the same way.
right, but the script was existing.
That makes so much sense.
The script was almost 10 years before Bad Boys even shown up.
You talking about Beverly Hills?
No, Bad Boys.
Oh.
Bad Boys was wrote almost 10 years before it went to.
Yeah,
shoot.
that's pretty much how all Hollywood films.
And so by the time it fell into Martin was the hottest dude on TV, and they wanted to get the TV feel, and they felt as if Eddie wouldn't bring the TV feel. It would bring
Eddie's
the film.
in a whole different category.
He's definitely.
He's not even in the same.
That nigga
He's not even part of.
Leave that man be.
Watch it. Hold on.
Leave that man. Don't nobody even say. Leave that man be.
I'm about to ask Shani and Tia this because they ain't see it. How many times you think Eddie Murphy ever auditioned?
I feel like earlier on he had to, but once people
How many times though?
He's probably auditioned about 3 times.
How about what you think?
Maybe 15, 20 out of his whole career.
Hell no, one time.
Yeah. Really?
Denzel Washington auditioned them one time too.
Yeah.
He said he ain't been on an audition in 30-some years. He don't even know what an audition is.
So they just call him.
Eddie Murphy did one audition and ain't never auditioned a day in his life.
A day in his life.
In fact, he has so much pull on everything because mind you, he was 21 doing this big. He had so much pull on Boomerang. The director was like, "Yeah, I want a helicopter," and he was like, "But it's too big of a budget. We're not gonna do it." Eddie Murphy said, "You want the helicopter?" He was like, "Yeah."
I can
Made
do a
one phone call.
Yeah.
Helicopter was there the next day. He said, "Who the hell is Eddie Murphy?"
Yeah, exactly.
Eddie Murphy is not even from this planet.
Eddie Murphy is a whole different breed.
I don't even, and he doesn't even know. He was like, "I just was being me."
I think people
And that'll take you far.
I think if Keenan and Eddie did what Jay-Z and Will Smith is doing now, I think the industry would be way different.
Look, Keenan and Eddie Murphy, so much respect for them. Like
Keenan was on the show as well.
No, and that's another thing. That's why I say I think they're gonna do a Samuel Jackson, Keenan.
I don't think that they are. Keenan is not interviewing. He's not. He doesn't have to. He will not interview. He's just not going to do it.
I'm not going to do that.
He's not going to do it. But basically, Keenan.
Damon went on there?
No.
What they did with Saturday Night Live, Keenan basically took all of that and created In Living Color. Mm-hmm. And they came to him for In Living Color.
I tell people
after
when
he
you
did
good,
the show. What was the movie he did? I'm gonna get you sucker.
Yeah.
So after he did that,
Hollywood Shuffle and I'm gonna get you sucker.
Hollywood came to him for In Living Color, and they was able to do whatever you want to do, and that's where the line came from. You can do what you want to do.
Yep, I seen the movie.
Well, actually, that was on the interview.
It was, wasn't it?
Yeah, like trying to get somebody. That was your cry for help.
My cry.
Do you think that people that always want to do for others are kind of just always showing up just like that is cries for help because people don't show up for them?
Yes.
It could be.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, 100%.
But I think it should just be their part of their character too.
Yeah.
Just to be a good
person.
person.
They could. No, not even good. Like, hey, I'm gonna say I'm a person. I do what I say I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
If I say I'm gonna show up, I'm gonna show up.
Yeah, so just the person.
So it could just be the person's character.
But a person that's always there for themselves, it's hard to be always there for other people as well. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
You know, so it kind of go. It's yin and yang, I would say, on that. You know,
what's the yang part about it?
You play so much, you know.
Yin yang.
Because when you're really showing up for yourself, you start to see how much people aren't showing up for themselves. So now it's like I can't enable you.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? It's hard for me to enable you. Like, you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, and you keep coming to me for help. Mm-hmm. And although I said that I would do this one time, or maybe even two, by that third time, wrap it up.
Yeah. Heavy on wrap it up.
Or maybe it'd be a time that you need to just partner up with people and just say what it is. Like, I need you as a partner in this because this is not my strong suit.
Yeah.
I tell anybody.
Somebody that know how to take the ego out of it.
You can't get into partnership with everybody.
Because let me ask you this, Shani. Are you a person who always needs help?
Not
Are you
always.
a very needy person?
Not always.
No, you
I
are.
can be.
No,
though.
you are.
I can
No, you
be,
are.
though. I can be, but I don't think that I necessarily put it out in the forefront. But I can be. I need a person. Yeah.
What about you?
I'm not needy
at all. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna lie. It all depends.
I think a lot of that has to do with
the Leo.
Yeah.
Because
you know how people say that you carry things strongly and like. Because I would be, I guess, considered the strong friend. People say, "Oh, I don't think nothing wrong because I carry it well." But yeah, I feel like I can be.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
I'm gonna figure it out.
In a relationship?
Just period.
Yeah,
in a relationship, I'm a needy motherfucker.
Oh, yeah, that's
you
different.
needy, not in a relationship.
Shut your ass up.
Can you go do that? Can you give me some green? Can
I say grapes.
Can you give me some grapes? Like, you needy, period.
First of all, you called me. You said, Miles, I'm going to the grocery market.
Because you asked. No, for
real.
When you go back to the grocery, bring me some grapes.
Red light, listen.
I would be a terrible person to go and not.
Exactly.
At least.
That's what I said. If you missed that phone call,
Can I get some grapes?
you missed the grape run.
Grape bitty grape. But I'm not
I'm
gonna
going back
lie.
to comedy. I quit
it.
travel. Going to comedy.
Comedy.
That's how I started. I started in comedy.
I love comedy.
I love
is my
comedy.
shit.
Me too.
If
Yeah, I
you
need
can
it.
make me laugh, that's what gets me. You know what I mean?
I'm over crying. I want to cry no more. I'm tired of crying.
Just give me a
I don't want to
balance.
die no more. I don't want to shoot nobody no more. I just want to make people laugh.
But the way you die,
I hate him.
That's so crazy.
I can't stand him.
oh boy.
I'm going back to comedy.
Somebody gotta check out
Somebody
Friday
write
on
me a
TV.
You the deaf person I was.
So she gonna play
That was
dead.
good makeup. That was very good makeup.
No, that wasn't makeup. That was her regular face.
That was her regular face. It's crazy.
No, I'm talking about with the aesthetics of the blood
Oh, you
and
talking about the
everything.
blood?
Yeah.
Y'all play too
Well, nigga,
much.
that was my face. I worked hard on that.
Yeah, no, not makeup isn't makeup. I mean, like the makeup and wardrobe on set, they did a good job.
Them goddamn grapes will do to you.
You know how long I couldn't breathe.
Okay.
They're like, hold on. With that camera,
No, for real,
ain't
because
nothing
you
to
can't
get the
have
camera.
you can't have your chest
I
pumping.
told him, I said, y'all
and
tell me when to do it because, baby, I only got about 8 seconds of holding my hand.
Yeah.
But anyways.
You got shot the fuck up. Shout out to the name of the movie is
Broad Day.
Broad Day. Check it out on TV right now. TVEI is the app. Download it and watch it. It's number 1 on listen.
It's a bunch of us on there. I mean, Detroit's on there. Like
Detroit is
Detroit
on there.
films on there. Yeah, Detroit on there.
Shout out to the people who put their films on TV. So the claims.
That's so funny because literally the A is the part that's held out.
Anyway.
What the grade?
In the grades.
The grade.
Y'all play all day. They in the comments talking about the grade.
That's what I said.
I didn't bring them today.
The A is the one that's
Brittany gotta be stopped, man.
Somebody said that the other day. They was like, Brittany has to be stopped because when I get on my roll, I'm on the roll, and then when I quit, I quit.
I'm done with y'all.
I'm done. Roll your ass out this door.
Can I say something?
Shout out to Mr. Hayes with it though.
I hope so. You got the microphone.
Y'all know that that black stuff that men spray in their hair, like when they hairlines
the
and stuff.
Beijing.
The Beijing.
Yeah. What about it?
I just really
It's
want
too
to say
much.
this from the bottom of my heart.
Too much.
Yeah, I think that when it
Just
comes,
don't lay down.
I just want to say this: when it comes a time where you got to start spraying the Beijing because your hairline is pushed back or whatever, I think it's safe to just go ahead and cut it all off.
I don't know though.
I think that's easy to say because we not losing ours.
That's what I said.
You
Not
look
yet
stupid.
though. Not yet.
And if I give you a hug and you leave that shit on my shirt, you never.
That's what I said. Just don't lay down on no pillow.
You know what bothers me though?
First of all, you shouldn't be.
On my shirt.
It's the hair dust.
First of all, you shouldn't be hugging no nigga that small.
Wait, hold on, wait. It's not the Beijing for me. It's the white chalk line.
Listen.
Oh, I like that. That lets me know that you got a fresh little.
It's the white chalk
Wait a
line for
minute,
me.
they still walk around with the chalk line?
The chalk line.
Okay, chill on
But I'm
them.
pretty sure they feel the same way when women wear their
Them the
lashes
YNs,
and wear
them the
their hair and do
YNs.
stuff like that. So I feel like we gotta be cool.
Them YNs walking around
I'm
like
not
the
being
10
cool
minutes.
about it.
Them
I'm
YNs.
not gonna be cool about it. I don't want to see that no more.
You don't like the chalk?
No, not the chalk.
Oh, I was
the
gonna say,
black
I like the
stuff.
chalk.
I'm gonna be honest. If
You
you're-
like the, what the fuck you like the chalk
Here's
for?
my
Because it lets me know that they just left the shop.
Here's my thing.
The mother walk around looking like the 10 man on Wiz.
So man, you like
So
the chalk.
what I don't like is if your beard is not fully in there, just wear a goatee.
Yeah.
Like if your beard ain't,
You wanted to
Beard
connect.
just
You needed
So
to
would you rather
connect.
them spray to spray, had that stuff on there to fill it in?
No, if it ain't connecting, just don't let it connect.
I'd rather them put it on their head than their face.
I put it like this, y'all.
So the black spray.
If you got a bald head with a beard, baby, you living life, okay?
The truth
you
is,
look good.
That's
and it connects, you're fine.
That's what I'm trying to say. As a woman, we like that look better than a pushback look with the black spray at the top.
Listen,
okay, how much spray we spraying?
I'm talking about half a fucking head.
Because you know you
got
do the little
I'm
corners.
talking about you got half the head spray.
If you do a little corner, fellas, that's all right with me.
I'm talking about straight all the way across.
If your beard wash off and we go swimming, don't do it.
Don't do, please.
That's all I'm saying.
Just don't
sweating.
Get with your women in the winter.
And if you start leaking,
now
don't do
we
it.
not about to get the barbecue and you patting your face.
But that's the cry out for help. Listen.
That is the cry for help.
So I want to say this, you guys.
That is the cry for help.
I just tagged the hair care. So Asisa's hair care repair is in the comments. I just tagged because I just thought about this.
Yeah,
and I believe that it can patch that that patchiness up. I don't know if it can grow your hair follicles back from the top. I don't know because I heard that's spiritual. Right? I heard that's spiritual. So I don't know if it can get that back. But if you got a patchy beard,
say it's you versus you.
I seen her promoting that she can get a patchy beard full.
Okay.
So let's go back to the question that was asked, Sue. Great,
tell them, dude.
Okay.
What do y'all feel about women playing lesbian roles as not lesbians?
Well,
I can see how I felt about it.
We
went
there.
We love watching lesbians.
The reason why I wanted to play the lesbian role was because the other role was just too much of what I've already done.
Gotcha.
I felt like to give myself range and to show what I can really do and how well I am as an actress, I felt like giving myself something else. No, I'm not about to be sleeping with a woman on camera. Just like y'all don't see me sleeping with a man on camera, you know? So no, I'm not about to be doing that, but I am going to try to tap into that energy with a bigger clothes. I'm not cutting my nails.
So that's it.
Now, I might do a nude polish or something, but
it still with nails.
It's the stems. It's gonna be a soft stud.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? She might have some braids or something like that. But I just wanted to show range, honestly. I just didn't see.
So what's the difference between the man wearing the dress and showing
And that's
range?
why I feel like it's okay because it's just showing
that's why
range.
I said what I said.
Yeah,
that's why I asked the question.
Rick said if it makes sense for the story.
You seeing your man dressed as a woman is the range? I mean, I gotta stop making these me and mine. That's my problem.
No, for real.
Yeah,
Everybody see a man.
My man.
Them others, but not my man.
I want to tell y'all, I ain't never dated an actor in my life. So I don't know why I'm identifying with this.
Would you date an actor?
No.
See,
because they doing shit like this, though.
I tell everybody
they're doing stuff like this.
But why, though? They'll understand.
No, I don't need you to understand.
And I don't need
But you're going to get with a guy that does a regular 9 to 5 and he don't understand y'all world.
He do understand. He gonna learn today. He gonna have to learn to understand.
You wanna know why? I don't want you being in the camera as much as me. And a lot of male actors like attention. I don't like my man that like
y'all could be
a lot
making
of attention.
money.
No, we can't.
Wow.
I don't even want to say what I wanted to say because a lot of these people are my friends. Man. But
especially ones in Beijing. Wow.
Okay, just a little bit on the edge, fellas.
If he's a male actor who don't like attention, then that's the one for me.
Well, he gonna be an extra then somewhere in the back.
No, like some male actors do their thing and they don't want to be seen.
So how you feel about
like Denzel Washington is a male actor who doesn't like attention,
right?
But he's in leading roles.
But he doesn't like attention.
So you could date an actor
as long as he doesn't like attention.
So as long as
you keep thinking me being in front of the camera means I like attention.
But what if it's given? What if it's not something he seeks?
Denzel Washington doesn't do anything with
it. No.
Do you see Denzel Washington doing anything for attention? Do you see Martin doing anything for attention?
But he appears on red carpets and things like that.
He ain't attention seeking. Lance Grossfine stuff ain't doing nothing.
But they show up on red carpets. They take the pictures. They're in leading roles.
That's what I'm saying.
They not at the Diddy parties having a blast. That's what you're trying to say.
That's what I'm saying.
That's all she's saying. They not showing up everywhere.
They not on social media. Hey, look at me. That's what I mean by attention.
They not on every
podcast going.
Question,
they have discretion to what they're doing. That's what I'm
question. How do you feel about gay men playing real heterosexual roles?
I think that's fine if we don't find out, but typically we gonna know.
Well, when I find out,
I mean,
I can't
now
see
it discredits the role.
I'm gonna just say this: a gay man gonna always be a gay man.
Yeah.
I don't give a damn if it's on screen, off screen. It's something about a gay man that I can just tell is a gay man.
Yeah.
So when you have those gay men that's playing those roles, you be like, she don't know. I feel like it's a part of the script.
Exactly.
Like, you don't know.
She don't know.
So did you see For Colored Girls?
Yes, I did see that.
Amari Hardwick
is not a real gay man though. He has a wife. So
no, I know,
he
but
was
he
gay.
played gay in that.
Yeah, but it was very believable because he has a wife in real life. But if he was a real gay man playing her husband, that's where it would throw me off.
That's where it would throw you off.
Got it. So it can't be their reality. It just has to be. I know you acting.
He wasn't married when he did that role.
He had to get married after
with that lady
because
for like 16
y'all
years
about to put that on my name.
Already married.
That's a 20-year-old movie.
No, it's not.
What is a 20-year-old movie? He was married when he did that movie.
Yeah,
He was married his wife since he pretty much been in the game.
Yeah, Miles is always just trying to tell a lie.
That's why he tells us
I'll tell you a
gas
joke.
station chronicles.
Right. These
they
people don't even be there. It be nobody at the gas
Q
station.
said, "What up, gang? That's why you got to date a podcaster who's in the background." Shut up, Q.
But a podcaster likes a lot of attention too. To me,
You think so?
They like the most attention.
No, but you know
a
people.
podcaster every day. Just imagine dating Miles every day.
First
You
of all,
get
I
up
can
and
never,
do this.
I can never put my mind there to you.
But
Yeah.
really,
It's never going.
but really think about it like this though.
you gotta
Some people are fairly nervous and still has a podcast, and every time they get
talk
on,
about yourself.
me, yeah. But see, sometimes people be like, you know what? I'm so nervous. I'm so glad that was over. But on camera, people can't tell. But it's still a thing.
You just called yourself out.
Chantel, please, okay?
They trying to make this point sick.
She really is.
People, like Chantel, please.
It's me. I'm people.
It's you. You're
Honestly,
people.
for me, podcasters like attention.
They love attention.
Shout
They
out
love
to-
attention, and they kind of.
Shout out to Q.
Men, I'm talking about men.
Yeah.
No, I'm not talking about the women. I'm talking about the men.
The men's.
First of all,
I like my man to make money and be quiet.
Yeah, I like a laid back boss that don't get to
A
laid back
Get the job done, and you don't even know he got the job
I
done.
like my
Say it's
man
just
It must
not
be
even on the internet.
It got to be a Leo
Ooh,
thing.
say I don't even want him to have a phone.
It must be
for
a
real,
Leo
for
thing.
real.
It must
You
be
don't even
Leo.
need no page. What you got a page
You
for?
really don't.
I'm the page.
It's our page, okay? That's it. That's the
Like
status.
honestly, I see why Beyonce fell in love with Jay.
Because he's so
He just
out the way.
It's how he moves.
it
out
has
the way.
to be that.
Yeah, that's how he moves.
No shame.
Because love is blind, and you can tell. I
That's-
say that all
that's
the time.
a
Like you
clear
can really tell
representation.
that love is blind.
Yeah.
I just don't like.
She found her person.
Todd said it for best when he was like, "You don't like flamboyant men." No, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't like men that like to crave a lot of attention. It's-
I like a laid back boss that don't get too many likes. You can have a page. I ain't gonna say you have a page, but
Have
all of
you on
that,
a like.
500 likes and stuff. Hell no.
Yeah.
You get 12 likes and I'm 11 of them.
Okay. I'm 11.
You're done.
No, heavy on that though.
Now that's delusion.
No, that's
Now that's the delusion
logical.
you speak of.
That's not
logical.
delusional. That is very doable. It's men
not.
out here that's not posting.
Well, yeah.
So they're not posting.
you got niggas not doing this.
I don't want to see those niggas.
Don't do
I
that.
don't want to see that. I'd rather pull the phone out and you kind of have from the camera than be all in it like. I'd rather you turn your head when you see my
Say I
camera.
ain't trying to be
than
in
do
here.
this.
Yeah,
I'm
Because
straight
depending on how
that.
far we in, I really don't want to be in the picture yet. Anyway,
I like introverted men. Yeah.
No, like, get that goddamn camera out my face.
Okay.
Just imagine you pull your camera out, he think he in the picture.
Okay,
I'm trying to get
please.
myself.
Nigga, like,
What is you doing?
Nigga, like, hold on, wait a minute. I'm not ready.
Don't worry about it. It's okay.
It's not. I mean, like, that's if you like attention, that's for certain women. I like the one that don't really like too
Yeah.
much attention.
Hey,
He ain't gotta be shy.
not
but
too
just
much.
Not too much.
Hey, it came to the 10:30 mark, so we about to take a break. We'll be right back. Y'all watching the Rise and Ground Morning Show right here on Podcasting.
Don't you go nowhere.
Don't forget to go to YouTube with Rise and Ground Morning Show and subscribe. Tell a friend. Q, get somebody to subscribe and let me know. Todd, get somebody to subscribe and let me know. Richard, get somebody subscribe and let us know. We'll be right back.
Get ready for a night of lyrics and laughter. April 19th in Music Hall with Grammy Award winner Chrisette Michelle. Also, the smooth sounds of Kindred, the Family Soul. And on the same show, get your laugh on with comedian Bruce Bruce.
Man, I went to church with my aunt. We didn't get up to 12:30. We didn't leave out of Friday evening by 4 o'clock.
And your celebrity host, Omar Goody. Tickets on sale now. Available at Ticketmaster and the Music Hall box office.
So I'm gonna be like Queen Latifah and these bitches set it off. here risking my life for no $2,000. You got $1 million in the hood. Somebody gonna fuck around and rob that motherfucker. You see a bitch, then smack a bitch.
I pray that my love for you is bigger than what my parents have.
So you must be my daughter's new friend?
Candy, let me ask you a question.
Oh, so this him? This the man that comforts you more than me?
All men ain't like daddy.
That's not fair!
Hey, real quick, I know you guys are enjoying the show. Yes, we are always having a good time on the Rising Ground Show. But please, do me a favor. Go to YouTube, type in Rise and Grind Morning Show. Hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on your notifications. Therefore, you can always be in tune with our live content and interact with us, be in the comments, and we can keep bringing dope, hot content to you. Now, we're going right back to the show.
Back to the script. Jenny gotta go pee, so we be.
See, that's why you don't tell Miles nothing.
You can't tell nobody nothing.
Miles, why do you do stuff like that?
Well, she said
that's why I wouldn't tell you nothing, because you a person that like a lot of attention.
Yeah, that's exactly what she meant when she said podcasters. So we wouldn't even be able to get into it the night before without you coming. This is my life.
This is my life.
No, but that's how you are.
Yeah,
like you are a man that
tells people
talk a lot.
Walk through the hall of shame. Come on, Shani. That's Shani.
And then he gonna
to
do
the
this.
bathroom. She got a boo boo.
Yeah. See
why?
And then he the type of person you tell him not to do it, he gonna do it anyway. That's why you in your relationships you're always fighting.
First of all, you don't know nothing about me and my relationship.
That's why y'all was always fighting.
Is your relationship? Is your private life private?
My private life is private.
It ain't private.
It ain't private.
Shout out to B Barnes, whoever that is. Calvin just tagged. Calvin said, Todd said, what if y'all come across a podcaster with balance? I know that's right, Todd.
He said what?
A podcaster with balance. Well, his name ain't Miles Dixon.
Coming across a podcaster with balance.
Shit.
Like I said, you okay.
It's only gonna be one entertainer in my house. Let's just start there. So no, I'm just playing. Y'all.
No,
I'm joking. I am joking.
And I named the people that I said I feel like are actors and they in front of the camera, but they out the way. That it would have to be something like that.
Yeah.
Q said I'm all in the camera and out the way at the same time.
I'm okay.
Like
with
Q
it.
is that. Q is exactly in the camera and out the way at the same time.
And that's more so what I'm looking for.
Okay.
It's off the camera where you got to still have attention for me. That's the
we
problem.
talking about Q. If Q in the camera, that nigga's in the camera. You know.
Don't be so disrespectful.
I'm just.
No, that's just disrespectful.
He is just.
Hey,
when I tell you, I ain't gonna lie. I don't know if anybody else feel like this, but Miles is the most childish man that I've ever met.
Q a fat
No,
boy,
all
I'm
of them
a
pretty
fat boy.
childish.
They all.
Yeah, they are pretty childish. I've learned that all the men are pretty childish. And then Miles
But
even
like,
confirmed.
since he has a voice and a headphone.
But he confirmed like men go back to their childhood, women don't.
Definitely. Me.
Like we real grown.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like that though.
We always grow.
If they can go back to their childhood. He told you that?
Yeah.
He said that. He said men go back to their childhood, women don't.
That's kind of.
But women also don't ever get out of
the bullshit
when they had it.
Yeah.
They always think they have it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't ever get out of that.
They need to let that go.
Yeah, Vivica
But I don't think you're gonna get out of it either.
Vivica Fox needs to let that shit go.
I think at 60T, are you still gonna feel like you got it?
I know I'm still gonna have it.
That's my point.
I know I'm still gonna have it.
Like there's not gonna you not gonna think you have
But you know what I'm not gonna do though?
What?
I'm not gonna let the young girls know that it's daytime and that they got it now. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna stand in their
You
way
ain't
and
shit.
act
Yeah.
like I'm missing that.
Oh,
No.
They gonna stay in their way.
Yeah,
No,
I'm gonna let them have it.
I'm gonna let them have it.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell them stories about when I had it. Like, baby, listen, do you? Because I had fun.
I like
For me, I hope to be the woman that they always like. When I get older, I want to be like that. That's what I aspire.
When
That's
y'all get a
it.
chance to watch Drink Champs with Patti LaBelle, she dropped a lot of
And
nuggets.
she got her new man now. He's like 45, ain't
She need to be. He probably knocking the bottom out that song.
he? Cher got her a young one. I think he's 33. Madonna, I think hers is 26. They all
Madonna
going
need to
young.
give
man.
it up. Madonna need to give it up. Calvin,
Madonna look good.
No, the fuck she
I haven't
don't.
seen her
Madonna look
recently.
real good.
Patty look good, baby,
Patty.
and she's 80.
Yeah.
She looks great.
I haven't seen
Black Don't Crack though. Like I'm talking about.
Speaking of Black Don't Crack, why don't y'all go check that out on YouTube?
Speaking of it, yeah, Black Don't Crack. So
Some people are in the camera and hate it. True. Reclusive off camera. Yeah.
exactly, like those type of people, like they just come in, do it, it's their job, and then they want to go.
That's the type of guy you want.
Yes. No, it's not the type of guy that I want. But if I
want him to do what he got to do and not be in it all the time.
Yeah.
I just don't like attention seeking dudes.
So
let's just make that clear. I just don't like the attention seeking.
Would you date or marry a porn star?
No. I wouldn't date, marry. I wouldn't even talk to a porn star.
Why not?
I wouldn't even just kick it with one.
You know what? I can't take him serious.
Yeah.
Why?
His moaning, his groaning, all of it. I just can't take
Is he a mattress actress?
Yeah. Yeah. Goddamn mattress actress.
That'd be the women. That'd be the women be mattress actress. Oh, look, I didn't even put this boy in.
Hey.
I can't.
Hey.
To make you feel better.
So you got to start somewhere.
I'm just saying, I couldn't take him serious. A porn star actor,
a porn star actor couldn't do it.
I couldn't take him serious. I wouldn't even be turned on and or attracted.
Why?
What's attractive about it?
I don't know. He might be a brilliant person.
No.
How could no?
I mean,
no.
Okay, so
I feel like it didn't work in regular acting.
It would just be a strong no for me. Either you,
but guess what? That's what happened with Sylvester Stallone. He started off as a porn star.
Really?
Yes.
But he only did Rocky, right? What else he done? Because I only know him as Rocky.
He did Rocky.
I only know Rocky.
Expendables. He did
Rocky.
Rambo.
Rocky.
He done a lot of stuff. He had major hits.
No disrespect, but I know Rocky.
Well, just still no. Would you date a porn star?
No.
So why you
not?
Why?
Why?
First of all, y'all ain't the gander. What's good for the goose is good for the goose.
I'm gonna be honest. I just wouldn't.
It's
not even a thought.
Yeah.
Like, even if that's something that you said, it's an automatic like, oh.
And another reason too, I'm not that freaky. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To want that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like you gotta be an alcohol. You gotta want to do porn yourself to get with a porn
like
star.
Being the dominatrix.
You
and all
want to be into that or something. Like, all right, get on out.
Would you date a porn star? Would you marry a porn star?
Why?
Now, question: are they still in the industry?
Look at her. Look at her.
So she just said her level of freaky.
No, I just had a question.
Okay,
Yeah.
so here's the thing.
That's a cry for help.
Y'all can look it up. I'm gonna look up the Hardwick thing because I don't think he was married when he did Color Girls. And if he was married. If he was a newlywed.
He been married for 20-some years.
What's wrong with you?
He's been married just as long as Morris Chestnut and all them been married. What are you talking about?
What's wrong with you?
How long you think Ice Cube been married for like 30-some years?
Yeah, but first of all,
Snoop been married for 30-some years.
It's about people who all had money when they was young.
And he got married with no
Hardwick
money.
ain't had. What I'm about to say.
Denzel Washington got married, they ain't had no money.
It's a difference. He ain't no Denzel.
No, but Ghost is finding power. And he got a little bow leg to him. My God.
My God.
Not you. The bow legged one. Okay, I'm sorry. I was in my shoe.
Yeah.
Say it makes a difference.
Women ain't shit. Hey,
All I did was tell the truth.
Richard said, I love podcasting my show, but after the show, I really don't want to be in front of a camera until the next Sunday.
That's what we talking about.
That is a prime example. Richard is one of them.
That's what we talking
Richard
about.
is definitely one of them.
Richard be so goddamn high. I be in my office hyped in the bitch. Like, oh my God, welcome to Richard Ross. I'm like, God, yeah. Oh, what the fuck am I got my hands?
Richard comes with the energy.
I love that. You want to know why? Because those type of men like to go home.
They like to go home. They can't wait to get back home.
That's why I'm not into attention seeking men because they like to be out.
Yeah.
The men that don't like attention like to go home.
Yeah.
And I want the home to be a place that they want to come home to.
Yes.
Preacher Sister Kiko.
I know that's right. Like you just want to be outside because you're craving that attention.
Yeah.
And because you're so used to the attention that I give you, mine isn't enough anymore.
True. Some people want to be outside because you outside.
Because they cry for
But I ain't outside.
they crying out for help.
I don't be outside for real.
Yeah.
If I'm outside, I'm working.
Only if I had to be outside.
And I want to say this
I'm
too.
working.
As much as it looks like I'm outside, I am not.
Tia, I don't know.
I am not outside.
I don't know.
A lot of these reels is years old.
You inside, outside. So
I can promise you I ain't been outside in months.
So you just using your content wisely.
I do what I need to do. You know what I'm saying? And I'll go outside. I'll get dressed and go outside for 10 minutes. and take my ass back in the house. I would get don't piss me off. I really look like
now I got an up outside.
I got a drink in my hand. I'm at the bar and all of that. I'm talking about didn't have one drink that I didn't drink.
This is like insane.
Okay. All right, I'm about to go, y'all.
I tell people this all the time. Like, and this made me realize how much I played.
I used to do that in high school.
Because you're childish.
I used to do that in high school.
Yep, I'm an actress at heart. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So when it came down to me having to produce this movie, I said, hold on, wait a minute. I just been acting like I know how to do shit.
You said it's real.
I just been acting shit. Wait a minute. This ain't your lane. Hold on. Whoa.
Say this really
you
real.
know how to act like anytime the work get too hard. Oh no.
Sound like somebody I know.
I've been acting like I know what I know. Can I ask you a question? Now, when you're dating, do you tell men that you're an actress?
Yeah.
Oh,
I tell men that I'm an actress, and mainly because people already know at this point now.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But so they will say, "Are you acting? Is you acting right
and
now?"
you don't want to lie.
And that's why I don't do it because
Is you
I
even
feel
being
like
for real?
They don't know if I'm
take
being
you
real or not. So
serious,
I don't say that.
Yeah.
But like, how y'all be saying it though? Like, would y'all believe y'all?
Yeah.
The way I'm.
Yeah.
Shoot, I don't be acting when I'm out.
I take every opportunity to practice.
Okay, see.
That's unreal.
But see, because I look different. I look different in every character.
You feel?
Yeah.
That's why it's like I'm really
I take
not
every
an actress.
opportunity to go ahead and practice and perfect my acting skills.
Yeah, so that's it.
When I go into the restaurants, if I go into Starbucks, it all depends on the mood that I'm in. You know what I'm saying? Like today, I wore this shirt because I'm going.
Yeah. Say, okay, so I'm outside.
No,
Kel, I do agree with that.
And I want to act to part. Like I got a specific act that I'm about to act when I get there. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you real life actor.
Yeah.
Yes, you know, mine is cut off.
Sometimes you have to mentally prepare yourself before you go places, and sometimes it's for the better.
Yeah.
If you don't want the
if
other
I'm
side
on a
to
date,
show.
I'm not acting.
Yeah.
But outside of that,
Yeah.
I'm probably acting.
Yeah, I ain't gonna act.
Calvin said excessive need to be outside is a cry for help.
I agree with
So
that.
It is a cry for help.
Because ain't nothing outside.
Yeah, if you don't like being at home, I think you got a problem.
Yeah.
No, seriously.
I do.
If you don't like being at home, you got a serious
If you
problem.
can't be by yourself,
That is a
that's
problem.
the biggest cry for help.
That's the one.
But people don't even understand that. Like, what I mean by yourself, I mean like not calling anybody.
By yourself.
Like, by yourself.
Oh, we can't pick up the phone?
No.
Yeah.
It's like
when you by yourself, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about you just spent hours by yourself. Like it's been times where
I
somebody
do that.
called me,
Yeah.
they like, you woke. Like, hey, you sleep? Like, no, I ain't sleep. It's just that I haven't been talking to nobody for hours. I'm up. I just been in my thoughts.
Gotcha.
I've been meditating. I've been in my head for hours that I ain't even spoke or said anything. So it makes sound like I'm a little scratchy, but I'm up. I'm really glad you broke me out of that. Hey, I don't know where the hell I was
Exactly.
at.
Exactly. I'm here.
Some people can't drive a car by themselves. They gotta listen to music or they have to have
That's
like
true.
be on
When
the
I
phone.
start humming, I then realize that I'm in silence.
Calvin said he thought that I was a voodoo lady.
Oh.
Why did you think that?
Darnitha thought I was you, so
Darnitha Davis?
Every time, hey Tia, I'll be like,
You like
wow.
Darnitha?
She swear I'm you. And then she was like, wait a minute, that's Brittany.
Like, my bad.
My bad, Tia. We look nothing alike.
She's like, okay.
I'm taller than Tia.
No.
No. I don't even sit in the chair with the same height range. Like,
Shout out. That's why I said
Tia
you want to
wear-
grab the other chair.
Tia wears her glasses.
I will say this in her defense: we wear the same hair.
Okay.
We got, you know,
We're
what I'm saying?
natural.
You know, I'm looking at it right
But
now.
you wear your glasses way more than I wear mine.
I
That's
wear glasses
true.
when I got no lashes.
And it's a different
See, you wear
frame.
lashes. I don't wear my. I don't
You
wear
don't
lashes.
never wear, yeah.
I don't ever wear.
I
them.
don't see how she did that, but okay, Darnitha.
It happened.
I'm not mad about it. You know what I'm saying?
I don't be tripping either.
Like, damn. You just ain't paying attention to nothing but trap Keno.
Okay.
You ain't paying attention to shit but trap Keno.
Shout out to Trap Keno, but yeah.
Tia is going in on the count. Like, that's
Are you serious?
Tim Tell says if you don't like being at home, it might be dirty.
That's a cry for help.
Tam, that's
What's
a cry
up,
out for
Tam?
help.
That's a cry for
That
help.
could
Y'all
be
gotta clean up.
depression.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is
For
depression.
real. A lot of people. Glorilla said she don't like being home,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but she is 20-some years old, so I can understand it.
Well,
Chuck,
Even though I was at home and I'm in my.
do you guys feel
20-something.
like
per curve.
do you feel like if you don't go outside in your 20s that you wasted them?
No, I didn't go out. I didn't go out in my 20s like that.
Well, everybody's like, no.
No. Because y'all gotta understand, I had a baby at 17, right?
Okay.
So all that going out, it wasn't no going, you gotta go home, you got a kid. I had to go to work. You know?
Do you feel like you miss your 20s?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
But they're my teens. They're my teens too. I absolutely have.
Yeah.
My whole adulthood, I just thought about it. Like, I have never been an adult without a kid.
So that's why you still childish.
I'm childish. That's exactly why.
Oh, that'll do
it. So that is exactly why, you know, and it's like, I'm probably being like the men. I'm going back to my youth too. So as he turned 18, I'm just playing.
I didn't feel like that though. I was always
childish.
I'm always gonna be childish, but I was always focused. I knew what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
So that was I was focused, and I always I always figured I was gonna do something with politics. So I was always like making sure that there was nothing on me that people can be like, Brittany Chanel was.
Yeah.
So I was focused
because they love to dig your past.
Even still to
they
this
love
very
to make you
moment,
seem like you're doing,
to this very moment,
am I still focused?
No, going into politics.
I just,
no.
well, with film, that
be a
is
lawyer.
political. It's political in film, and in this industry, is political. So I'm still in it at some form, but it's always somebody want to make you who you're not, or try to make you something else. So like I've always been like very conscious of that.
And I think somebody got y'all confused again too and said voodoo lady. Yes, Calvin. Brittany is the voodoo lady. She the one who have men up under her bed hiding out.
It's not me. He's about, I thought Tia was the voodoo. They saying it's her. Why you gonna put that on me, Cal?
Be like, my bad.
You know what I'm saying?
Brittany
I don't know.
niggas up under her bed like.
You see, I ain't never had that.
Look, they trying to be quiet.
All I can say is that
numb your heart in the gay kill.
we are no longer together, and that was his problem, not mine.
This happened for real?
Yeah.
But just think about how high your bed got to be for somebody to go under there.
And doing what? Just under there.
You see what I'm saying?
Listen.
There.
Yeah,
flying on the wall.
I didn't know he was there.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know he was.
He was just being a fly under the bed.
Girl. Forget a fly on the wall.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't know he was in the house.
See, like that's
and
key for
And the
me.
crazy part is I wasn't scared, but you know how you could feel
You
like
felt the energy.
I knew something was there. I just didn't know what it was.
You were scared to look under?
I just knew when I got in the bed.
You felt it.
I just knew. I'm like, it feel.
His hand came.
His head came from up under, but I didn't scream or anything. It was just like
you was on the phone.
This nigga, I might have been. I don't know. Whatever it was, I wasn't scared.
Yeah. Cause that
you don't scare me.
Listen, this kind of happened to me, but the man was in the basement listening. He was in the basement listening.
Yeah, he was because he was sneaking in my house. He was sneaking in my house.
Yeah, I walked in and my little sister was in the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? So she in the bathroom, she flat ironed her hair, she halfway through her hair. And for whatever reason, she didn't tell me that this man was in the basement. So I'm on the phone, like, and blah, blah, blah. Woo, woo, woo. I'm just going. He came from around that corner, tears in his eyes. Like, oh, for real? I thought you loved me. I thought you, and I'm like, what are you, you know?
That's so unfortunate.
If I know it wasn't nothing said, so I don't think I was on the phone. I think I was like laying down.
I was on the phone,
but I think that's what he was trying to see.
Yeah,
that's what he was trying to see.
Yeah.
And then another person ended up leaving a phone in my car under the seat, like called itself. And left a phone, you know what I'm saying, to hear my conversation in the car.
That's some
so
wild
I'm very
work.
self-conscious when it comes to like car phone. Like even if I'm in a phone, I'll like turn the radio up a little bit because that happened to me at such a young age. Like I'm scared that somebody's always listening.
And y'all think women crazy.
No.
Yeah. Y'all think women crazy.
I think that's just cautious.
These dudes is different out here.
Women are crazy. No,
You sleep outside my house.
First of all, y'all doing shit to guys. y'all doing shit to guys they ain't ready for.
That's the thing.
They be like, they walk around and say, excuse me, but did you see my soul surrounding your soul?
She said hers was in the basement.
Be like, I'm not ready to give
They
it
said
back
Tia
yet.
is an oracle. He said Zodiac is voodoo. That's the voodoo lady in his head.
The voodoo lady.
I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just that queen of the jungle.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Say it's the Leo in me.
He would be outside my house
Doing what? Just in the bushes or wherever?
he had to just in his car. So, you know,
What was
like,
his
it was
sign?
over. On Psycho Libra.
Okay. That'll do it.
I remember it was one
People
night.
think Libras are so balanced.
They
They're
are
not.
What month
They're
is that?
not.
Like
That's
October. When I it's the most unbalanced.
Oh yeah, the early part of October.
But it was like I had to call the cops on him. I had to get the cops involved.
They're
it
not.
was getting
Hey,
bad.
fellas, I wouldn't want none of this pussy at this table. This shit make y'all go crazy. Y'all fuck around with y'all want to jump over moons and shit.
Yeah, I actually had to call the police because one night it was to the point where it was just like harassing, like just knocking on my door all night till like
I'm trying to
5 o'clock in the morning.
I don't want none of that.
So I had to call the police. I'm like, yo. And I didn't want to call the police because I didn't want to, get a black man and all this other stuff. But it just got so bad. I had to get a PPO out on him.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I want to see he either very tender dick or you did something very crazy to him.
Wow.
Brittany.
He's like, I can't confirm or deny.
Yeah.
Brittany.
So what they said in the comments? They talking about Tia.
Yeah.
They talking about Tia. They talking about Tia.
Deep.
No. Let's talk about this nigga. No, first of all, you with the man in the basement.
Hers was in the basement,
but yours up under your bed.
He probably was just standing on the steps. Now that I think about it,
just out of sight,
so he can listen.
Say out of sight, yeah, just enough out of sight.
On those basement steps, and I don't know. That was crazy.
This is pussy I definitely wouldn't want. So, y'all, this would be my cry for help. Like, no. First of all, I can never let a woman can't even get me like that. If they even take my soul, I'm gonna produce another.
He's like, I want it.
I'm definitely gonna get my soul back. I will snatch it back out of you and get it together.
I got a question.
Dorian said, "Beware of the new weirdo niggas."
That's millennial.
I got a question.
Not too
Brittany,
much,
have you
Dorian.
ever done anything out of character? In a crazy state, in a manic episode,
Yeah, I have.
Whatever.
She slept with all her clothes on.
Oh God,
he was drunk. No, you talking about like out of anger?
Yeah, out of anger.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You care to share? No. Okay. I'm just asking. Like, cause we have these moments too.
Cause you wanna know why? Cause with our zodiac, or I don't really get deep into signs, but I do believe that some of the characteristics are there. Because we love hard. So for everything that we love hard, we hate hard too.
Oh, yeah.
So I feel like you just never want to make a Leo, because we're fire. So we're fire on the love side, and then we're fire on the hate side. So if it's to the point where I hate you, it could be death. You know what I'm talking about. Like, it could be like I was about to hit him with my car.
Like, I'm about to say, brought you in, I take you out.
Yeah, I don't think it's nothing wrong.
Not with the new one.
Yeah.
No, not that car. No, I had another car, but I was so mad.
Come on, not with the new one.
I took my car and was about to like run him. That's how mad I was.
Yeah. Sometimes you do have those thoughts, but then there's something in you that don't allow you to do it.
Yeah, but I knew,
almost
I'm like, I can't be with somebody that brings out this side of me because you're not good for me. Because I could be in jail and I don't want to be there.
See what Dorian said? Dorian said, "Poor girls. Y'all dealing with the chemical babies growing up."
Say poor girls again.
Poor girls.
I'm not dealing with it anymore.
Yeah, no, I was, no.
And that guy that I'm talking about that did that, he was your age. He was your age.
Oh, Dorian age.
He was your age. Like, what y'all doing?
My homegirl.
So I just think that it doesn't matter. I don't know. I don't know if it's just the chemical babies.
If he was my
is the chemical babies the crack babies?
If he was my age.
What's the chemical babies?
I don't know.
Listen, if he was my age, I know what the fuck you did to him and you wrong. Disrespect.
So I'm gonna tell you right now, I got a homegirl.
Some bullshit.
Same sign.
I was just joking because he said
He's like, I'm just playing, y'all.
I got a homegirl. Same sign. Older dude. Same crazy. Crazy.
Yep.
She like, I don't know. Like,
It be like that
talking like
sometimes.
seasoned, man.
It doesn't matter.
What's
If
her
he
name?
crazy, he crazy.
Hold on. What's her name?
I'm not telling you nothing. You don't know.
It really
be like that
doesn't matter.
sometimes.
Like if he's crazy, if he got that in him,
think
it's in him.
I think it's just in there.
Yeah.
You hooked it up, I guarantee you she come back a new person. She gonna be like, you know what, Brittany?
Because that's all you be needing for real.
I quit my job.
A different energy. Like when we get the tripping off somebody, all you need is a different energy to come in. And you know what? That ain't even all the way true. Depending on who you're dealing with, right? The right energy can come in and make you forget all of that.
For sure.
I agree with that.
It could.
It's just when you try to dwell in that sadness and all of that, I miss you. When you start fighting against yourself and everything, that's when a problem becomes a bigger issue.
Because you think you fighting.
You think you're winning. You think
your flesh.
Yeah, and you think you're winning, but really you looking weak and you looking stupid because you going against how you feel. You going against yourself.
If you don't want me, you don't want me. That's how I look at it.
If you don't want me, then don't talk to me.
You heard what she said.
That's how I feel. Like
Go
if
ahead
you
and
don't
free
want me,
yourself.
then I could accept that.
Go
But
ahead and free
I'm not about to keep trying to convince you to want me.
I'm just not.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
That'll do it.
Thank you, Dorian. We take that as a compliment. Like he trying to say like we don't care. Like, nobody cares.
When's y'all Leos?
I don't really hear too much bad stuff about Leo.
Because we are
nobody short of a half
to
dozen.
be honest,
not even a full dozen. We're an egg short.
Nobody
of a half dozen.
Yeah, we don't bother nobody.
Yeah,
I really don't bother people.
I don't feel like Scorpios, we don't bother people. That's why I feel like we
y'all do.
We revengeful.
I don't bother nobody.
Because we don't bother people.
Hey,
so
I don't start shit by dance or finish it.
See what I'm saying? That's petty.
the one. It's not petty.
That's petty.
That's real.
I really just feel like we don't bother anybody. But like I said, we're fire signs. So if we love hard, we gonna hate hard.
Yeah.
It really no in between neither. Like we rock with you, we rock with you. If we don't, we don't. 9 times out of 10, you mad because we know who we are.
Yeah.
So you mad at yourself because you don't know who you are.
Y'all Leos don't know shit.
You do. If you get mad,
and not only do I know who I am, I know who you are too.
Yeah,
and that's the part that's what you get mad.
Because that's the part that gets them off. If you honestly don't like the Leo,
you
something
know
wrong with you. Something wrong with you.
Something seriously wrong with you.
Because Leos don't even see you.
I love God.
Don't even care.
They don't even care.
Hey,
I'm gonna be honest. When people think I care, I do.
I'm talking about 9 out of 10 things
I do not care.
I don't care about.
give no damn about it.
You wanna know why? Because I don't even see you.
I don't care.
Like you're non-existent to me, and it's not to be
like
mean or anything. It's just I'm in my own
Yeah.
world.
Yeah.
I'm the star in my own film.
That's it. And I really live my life like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you are an extra.
Okay.
An extra
in the movie.
In my film.
Barely made the cut.
On
I
to
think that's
that.
why. And you notice Leos get along with other Leos because they understand.
Yeah.
Because, and if you look at that pride, if you look at that jungle, all those lions, they still together. They chilling. They living their life. They still taking care of each other. Like they just up there.
You know why though?
Why?
Because they gay. Listen, y'all watching the
You right.
I really be thinking that he be
right.
gonna say
You know why?
something.
Because they're happy. They're happy.
Okay, that was a great way to clean that up.
Happy.
That was great.
Happy.
That was a great way to clean that up.
Because
I'm happy.
I'm happy.
You know they coming out with Sister Act 3.
I would love that. It's going. Lauren Hill gonna be in it.
She's back.
Really?
Lauren Hill is in it. Coco Jones is in it.
Coco been doing her thing.
Who else is in
Lauren
it?
Hill
Yeah,
is
Lauren
back?
Hill came back.
She gonna fall the fuck off.
She ain't gonna make it to the film. We need all her shots done in one day.
Is there to talk about it?
Lauren Hill.
I feel like Sister Act 2 just finished it. We don't really need a 3, but you know I'll watch it. It'll take me back.
They better have some good.
Because I loved it so much and I appreciated it so much.
They take me back.
Back then, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think of where they going with
Where
the
they gonna go with
storyline.
the story?
And the only thing I can think of is Lauren had a kid and now
Which would be Coco.
Yeah.
So
I can see that.
They got Cheryl in it.
Huh?
Cheryl?
I think so.
Okay.
Who?
What was the mama name? The mama was
Shirley Ralph. That's what she
Shirley
talking
Ralph.
about.
Shirley Ralph.
I think she is in it.
I don't know who you talking about.
She played Lauren Hill's mom.
Who mom?
Lauren Hill's mom.
He ain't been here
You
the
ain't
last
seen
5
it.
minutes.
Right.
Dorian said y'all just
He
want to
like,
be
you
seen.
ain't never lied.
Actually, we don't. We can't help but be seen, but we don't really want to be seen.
Dorian, you watching right now. You watching us right
Y'all
now.
just
We
wanna be
can't see
seen.
you, but you can see us.
I mean, it
What
is
are you talking about?
audio and video.
We want to be seen. That's why we're being seen. You're right. Fuck it. You
I like how y'all making this work. The points are pointing.
You
yeah,
you got it.
And I stick beside it, and I approve
Both
of this
y'all
message.
have seen me out. Do I want to be seen?
She want to be the first one gone.
No,
and
for real.
And guess what else? When I see Brittany leave, guess who leave right after her? As soon as I see, I said, all right, Brittany left it. That means I can go.
It's time.
I just don't be wanting to be the
It's
first one to
time.
break it. When Brittany leave,
It's time.
You don't even know.
See
Please
what I
don't
deal
turn
with.
your head too quick. Don't eat.
Do y'all
Don't do
see
nothing.
Brittany gonna be gone, and once I see that she's gone, I know my cue. I know it's safe for me to leave.
Where?
So I
I
go
done
to Shani
came.
like, Shani, I don't want to leave you, but
I done came. I done did my time. All right.
I do not want to be
so
seen.
that's the biggest thing, the biggest misconception when it
biggest
comes to
misconception.
Dorian
Leos.
said, "Look at y'all, two sides of the same damn coin."
Yeah.
we telling the truth.
Dorian,
And we in 2 different months.
Dorian, you so old for this. I ain't gonna lie. Dorian, go ahead on. We ain't got time for this.
Go ahead on.
He said what?
He did not say that.
Look, her head. She like, what?
He did not say that.
Dorian, don't start with me today.
Tia took a first class trip to the comments.
Dorian, please. You are too mature for this. You don't have to do this with us today.
But bro, that is one of the biggest
Like
misconceptions.
what?
We don't like attention like you think
Yeah.
we do. We just get
Today
attention.
is
get it.
Today is Blue birthday.
Happy Happy birthday, Blue.
Good morning. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Blue Bees.
I'm so glad you popped in here.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Yeah. Not
It's your
2000.
birthday.
He been lighting our asses.
No,
He really hasn't though. I'm gonna be honest with you.
He think he
Dorian think he ate. Yeah, Dorian think he eating on
Nothing
that
he's
song.
saying is true.
Because that's the thing. What people don't understand, and I know you guys aren't into astrology that much, but
Yeah, I'm
the
not.
ruling planet of Leo is the sun, right? And the sun brings everything life. So without the sun, there is no life. You know, so we can't make ourselves be. We just are. You know,
Hello.
we just attract
A
people.
party does not start
A party
until I walk in.
And
If it's other of me in there, this party about to be litty.
it's amplified.
Dorian said, "Wake up, Miles. These two broads is
He
hijacked
did.
the
He
show."
said these
Miles
fires
always
done
want to
hijacked
add
the
something
show.
to the story.
That's because he can't read.
I'm just put in my own script.
The way Tia head go down, if that she be like,
No, see, like this is for
Dorian, don't start
me.
with me.
Because why y'all planning
No,
these?
but for real, I mean,
content?
listen, we
Like
do
you-
not look for attention.
just
Attention
comes.
seems to
It just
find us.
happens.
It just
It
happens.
just happens.
You've been out with me on
Yeah.
numerous occasions.
I see it.
I don't even like talking to people.
Yeah, you don't be on the people's be
Miles
on
seen
you,
it too.
and I be watching the door.
And then some of this stuff you just don't have to defend. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
I be trying to
Dorian is
leave.
watching from a viewer's perspective, so I can understand the podcast personality that he
Dorian
believes he knows.
Dorian.
And Dorian might have some Leo trauma. He might have met a Leo. You know what I'm saying? When you know, you might get somebody as a Leo.
Because what is he, a crab? Ain't he a crab?
in the bucket.
No, he's a fish. I'm sorry.
You don't say a crab in a bucket.
You know what Dorian is? He's a fish.
He's a Pisces.
Yeah,
you know
that's
what I'm
what
saying?
he is.
And if you look at this,
So he always got to be in water.
Yeah.
We don't need that.
We don't need that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He gets real dry when we come around.
Okay,
That's what happens.
Dry up city.
He said all natural looking beauties. Thank you, Dorian.
Happy
We
birthday.
pride ourselves on being natural.
Happy birthday.
She said happy birthday. That's what she said.
Happy birthday.
Dorian gonna say thank you.
But yeah,
Thank
no, I'm
you.
happy that Tia came and cleared that up because that is one of the biggest misconceptions about.
In real
I'm not really
time.
into the zodiac signs, but I said, I do like agree with some of the
Yeah, I'm
characteristics
heavy
and
off
traits of
into
certain
it.
people.
I'm heavy
Some
off
of the zodiac
into it.
signs.
So
Yeah.
like, what do you? So like, you into the horoscopes too, or
I'm
you just
into the whole astronomy. Like I'm into the whole planet system. Like I feel like the whole everything. I'm into it. You know what I'm saying? The whole. It's all
So
ran
like,
off.
what does it consist of?
It consists of planets, zodiac signs, polarities, and fucking. You know, it's such a broad.
the reason
what
why-
exactly are you asking? First?
Because the reason why is because some people that are highly Christian religious think that is demonic and things like that, and I don't necessarily think that it's demonic because I
because
believe
it's in the Bible.
and that's what people don't know.
Yeah,
it is
it's all
in the Bible, even like crystals and things like that.
Yeah.
And I don't want to get too deep in it because if people don't understand and they don't read, then they're gonna take it a different way. But it is mentioned.
But that's the
And
thing.
I
That's
do
how we
believe-
never understand because we never get deep enough to let the people understand. It's like
Well,
Christians
I'm
are
saying-
so scared of that conversation.
But I'm saying some people don't have the capacity.
Yeah.
So that's why a lot of stuff get misconstrued.
But
So-
those people weren't gonna get like saved. Those people weren't gonna get saved anyway.
That is true,
You
right?
know what I'm saying?
That's even deep, but that's one other topic. But my point, what I'm asking is, because some people think it's demonic, I was just trying to see like what does it consist of? Like, what do you really learn? How do you use it? That's what I'm more so.
So
trying
for
to-
me, which I am just one person, right? So, like for me, it just started off with horoscopes. You know what I'm saying? Just like,
Gotcha.
but then I realized like that is just the surface, and that's the part that people is combating.
Gotcha.
The daily horoscope, like this could fit for anybody. That is what people is
Those
combating.
general readings.
Just stuff like that. So you have to get a little bit deeper, go into your birth chart, find out, your rise and your sun, your moon, and then that's how you realize who you are. You find out the makeup of you, which, okay, I'm a Leo, but I may have a such and such moon, and that makes me different from you. Not every Leo is going to be the exact same or whatever. So that's what breaks us down and, our fingerprints and makes us our own individual. But we're carbon copies.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Like we were over and over and over again. You know,
Yeah. I always
I know
found
people like to believe that they're so special and the chosen one, but baby, you can find your face in 20 other faces.
Yeah, well, that's why I found it so interesting, because when you do look at different characteristics, when you meet other people that has the same sign, that characteristics are the same.
That's
so
true.
for me, I'm the type of person I'm gonna question, like, it has to be something here.
Yeah, you gotta be.
It has to be, because there's no way. I've never met you until I came on here, but you experienced the same things I've experienced being the sign that you are. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Soon as you walked in with your hair and your glasses, I just smiled. You know what I'm saying? Like, period.
You're like, I just knew.
I just knew. You know, it's just us. You know, it's just so us. Leos have like the lion has naturally big hair. So the Leos, we have no problem wearing our hair and staying in that natural state, because that's who we are. You know, we have no problem laying in the house the whole day not doing nothing.
Yeah.
What we do, sleep 18 hours a day.
I need my rest.
You know, the lion sleeps for like 18 hours.
Dorian couldn't do that.
No,
he couldn't do that.
Yeah.
That fish,
He
he
be up
gotta
early.
swim. He gotta go. He got somewhere to be. He gotta. He's
like, I know
constantly
this man
moving.
schedule,
Shani
but he
has,
do.
me and Shani's had conversation, and she be like, "What you do to that?" I'm like, nothing.
Yeah.
And sometimes I won't even open my blinds.
And I'd be like, huh?
And I'm okay
nothing.
with that.
And people be like when people come over, they be like, "What is wrong with you?" Like, how
Nothing.
you do-"
Right,
and I'm
Dorian.
not, it's not even dark because light is still shining through.
Yeah, I do
It's
like my
just-
darkening shade.
I'm just in my
Because you
zone.
saw me yesterday when we were on the phone. I was in the dark. I was in the dark.
Yeah.
People
Like,
don't get it.
Yeah, I'm
It's
so
different.
that I can lay down for 2 days straight and not do nothing.
Yeah.
By that
Yeah,
third
but I'm
day,
getting
I
up
need
on
to
the
get
third
up.
day. I can't do the third.
Yeah, the
day.
third day I'm getting up early.
He's like, okay.
I'm out early.
To be honest, I really only can do maybe a day and a half.
2 days. I've done a Friday and a Saturday.
Yeah.
By that Sunday morning, I gotta find something. I gotta figure something out.
I've done that
2
too.
days is too.
Yeah,
That's too far.
yeah.
I pushed it.
2 days too long.
Yeah, I kind of pushed it with that.
Yeah,
With the 2 days.
if I go 3 days and I did nothing, y'all better come check on me.
Check, okay.
So
Do a
y'all come
welfare
check
check
on me.
something.
Yeah. Now 2 days I can do 2 days. I don't like to
That's
do 2
like
days, but I have.
Yeah. I can do 2 days.
Especially if I'm working on the script.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't call me.
This is why I say
feel bad.
makeup is voodoo.
Well, let me see.
This is why I say makeup is voodoo.
Ah. She's still cute
She
though.
lying though.
Look, see, you're trying to find a good
she
in
lying.
it.
See, that's a lie to me.
That's voodoo. Shout out to.
I'm not gonna wear makeup to change my entire
Yeah, because it's supposed to enhance.
Yeah, it's just supposed to enhance what's already there.
Fucking liar.
That's too much.
That's a lie. But that's how I feel with men with the Beijing lines.
Don't do that.
And the
Because when you
chalk.
watch that, you lied to me. You deceived me. You hurt me.
And take your hat off. Like, I don't want to
That's
always see
true.
you in the hat. Because
That's
now
true.
I feel like
but
you
the
lying.
Beijing thing may not be a thing unless y'all staying together.
No, I don't ever want to see it.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't want it. Don't come in here with that.
It's a couple
I'm gonna
guys,
give you all different looks
couple
of me.
guys in
It
the
could
film
be-
world
it could
around
be
this
the-
bitch with Beijing. They the Beijing king.
It could be the
We have to tell me
finishing
off air.
touches.
Oh, definitely.
You know, I know exactly what
You know how? Listen, say if you get
Shit on the
your
back of the
unit
coat,
installed or
on the back
whatever,
of the collar.
or whatever the case may be. You know how they hit you with the black little tint spray.
No.
The finishing touch.
Now that's okay. Let me
It
just
could
say
be
this.
their finishing touch.
That when they put that little card right there, and they do a shh.
Yeah.
This
All right.
one of the Beijing kings right here.
That is the main one.
Who is
That's he one of the main ones. He can do a commercial.
I know that. I know that.
He can do a commercial for the Beijing.
I know.
Okay, hold that page. Hold that page.
He can do a commercial. But let me just say this. I'm not even talking about that look. I'm talking about when your hairline is leaving and you're
Yeah.
scared to let it go.
Yeah.
Oh, you doing it like that?
I'm so glad for this lower third. Like, my God. I'm so glad.
I'm talking, y'all know what I'm talking about. And I know for men, it got to be hard to let that go.
Yeah,
I know
because
it
it's
is.
a sense that because they don't have the options that we
Close up.
do.
That's
Once they go for them, they really can.
You
only
gotta
go
let it
bald.
go. But
We
that
gonna
is
do a
look,
show
though.
on that, Calvin. We
Yeah.
gonna talk about makeup.
Y'all, that bald look with the beard off some glasses, that's a look.
It's a good little combo.
We like that.
Yeah,
and
it's
then
a
you
good
can still
combo.
throw your hat on.
That's
hot.
true.
We like that.
That's true.
That's
But
hot
we do
too.
not like that black spray.
She say, "Now that's where I
We
draw the
like
line."
we like the shave look. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, that's why I said Dorian be up early.
What he say?
He can't sit in the bed or just stay put in the house.
I've driven 100 miles today before 9:30.
Now he can climb with us. So
Now
that's what
I
I'm
can
telling
climb
y'all.
with y'all.
Like Pisces, they have to keep it moving. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like he was saying,
You need water. He gotta have water.
You know, they moving. You know,
Yeah.
I don't have to do all that moving. I can chill.
If I can sleep in, trust me, I will.
People move around me.
Yeah. If I can sleep in, I would definitely choose to.
I love it.
People move around me. I don't
You
really have
know?
to do all that. I'm serious.
This is the truth.
The life.
Ain't this the truth?
They sleep 18 hours a day, and then when they get up,
they do.
Now I do what I need to do, but when I do it, I'm gonna do it bossy as always.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna go back home.
They arrested a Florida man for threatening Trump's life.
They did what?
You know what they need to shine some light on? What happened with them twins and that boy Carmelo? I want to really get the full story on that. Y'all haven't seen that with that little boy?
They don't be promoting stuff like that.
It's been all over social media.
What is it?
It's a black. This happened in Texas. It was these two. One of the twin boys was stabbed to death. They say he was stabbed to death. I don't know if he was stabbed to death by a black teen. And they're trying to make it seem like it was premeditated murder with the black teen. Of course, it's two white guys bullying a black guy and self-defense. That's what it sounds like to me. But they keep.
I just seen a movie like this.
So the black guy killed one of the white boys.
In Texas. But what happened?
Gutted him like a fish.
But the white boy, the brother, the other twin, basically admitted that they started it. That they were the aggressors. They said he was in the tent. My brother asked him. No, he didn't ask him. My brother told him to move. And he said he wasn't moving. He said then my brother grabbed his backpack.
Killed him how though?
He stabbed him with a knife. I don't really know like
where he had the knife.
Because there's so many stuff. It's stuff all over the place, and I'm trying to get like the full story.
Right, gutted him like a fish.
That's a great point.
Them white coons gotta get it. I mean, listen.
So glad you dropped the accent.
Please, I hate when you do it because it's terrible. It's a terrible accent.
It'd be the same person.
The look on my face.
No, I know you didn't on this show. No, it'd be the same. His accents be the same.
You know what it reminds me of? Martin's dude off of his white boy that he played on Martin. Yeah. This whole house is cool. Yeah, that's Neil Long and Catherine.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, wow. That was good casting.
Did you see the entire family?
No.
Like how they did Michael? You got to see everybody.
Michael and Joe look like Michael and Joe.
Yeah, well, not so much as Joe, but Michael and Catherine.
I just
look
like
like
hilarious with Joe.
Look like Michael.
Young
Michael. Y'all talking about Black Michael?
No, white Michael.
Oh no.
Yeah. No, they got the
killing me.
They got the nose.
They got the nose.
And it looked like it's his. No shade.
In the color, but I didn't know that was Neil Long.
Yeah.
Like
they
Neil.
added probably some face stuff to her.
Hey, look,
Of course.
Because she ain't been eating that much.
Go ahead, Calvin, the caller.
Or Dorian.
Let's Calvin.
Can I put some water on this fire?
Good.
Can I put some? Please.
Dorian.
Got the Leo twins up in here on fire right now.
Here come the water.
You know you doing that shit on purpose,
okay? Because he know what he's doing.
You wanna know why? You wanna know why? He wants some attention.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, listen, I would love all
Well,
the attention
yeah.
that you guys fake claim that I don't want. Whatever. Every damn Leo I ever known has been out front. You right. I walk in the room, the party stops. That's true. But
the party stops.
Look, but I'm related to a misrepresenting asshole Donald Trump style as Leo. And it's my aunt, my mama's only sister. I don't even have a relationship with that woman. And it's the same way. It's all about her. I mean, she's outwardly going with it. You know what I'm saying? I guess it's because she's July. Leo.
Don't you disrespect July?
No, I'm shit. Look. This is a water sign. That's cancer.
Don't you disrespect July?
That's a month that's got water and fire in it. So it's such a fiery month.
Baby. We fire all day.
It's like steam. It's like a steam bath of a month. Because you got a water sign starting it off, and then you have a fire sign ending it, and then carrying it on to the next month. So really, like I said before, most of the Leos that I do know, I don't really seek a lot of attention. Like, okay, Tia, you know Big Mo at the studio? He a Leo. That motherfucker don't like to be out seen. He ain't no outgoing person. Rather be chill and reserved. Y'all know how to dress. Y'all some natural looking motherfuckers too. That's a great thing. But the attention seeking isn't what y'all naturally. It's just like I said before. A lot of times people are just attracted to you.
Yeah.
It's something about you.
I think it's because the ruling planet is the sun. I think it has nothing more to do with but that sun, you know?
But the sun isn't a planet, it's a star.
Hello.
Thank you for calling me a star. I appreciate it.
That's what I've been saying.
I received that. Thank you.
Right.
I received that.
whole
Thank you.
time.
so much understanding of yourself that you require to think that that's a planet. No, the sun is not a planet. That's a star.
Okay.
So does it make sense?
Okay.
Right. There you go. It makes sense. But guess what? The sun don't need no attraction. Everybody comes to the star.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, well, I already know that. It's just some people are just so, like I said, they take that Leo to the whole next. I'll tell you, my aunt misrepresented it until I actually met other Leo.
I think your aunt is doing great. I think you hating on your aunt. So I'm just I think your aunt ain't did nothing to nobody, but lived her life. And you got to come with this. I think you said this lady stayed to herself. She all about, how you going to be mad at somebody like that?
I receive. Thank you.
Listen.
Because you ain't told me nothing bad about this lady. You said she stays to herself. She all for herself. That sounds like a good lady to me.
All I heard was the sun is a star.
She is not that type of Leo. She is the type of Leo. She's going to finesse you. She is Donald Trump.
Oh. Yeah. I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means either.
Yeah.
Fine artist.
Oh.
She can finesse you out your paper. She gonna run a deal behind your back.
She probably got a Gemini moon.
Possibly. I think so too. It's possible.
Yeah.
Because it's like it's two people in her.
Okay.
It's two personalities. Because her personality is that of, oh yeah, she's very helpful, this, that, and the third. She's gonna have, and then she got an assistant pimp with her husband, who is like he gonna sell her dream to you.
Okay.
Right? And then for you know it, you out a couple G's. And she done sold you on some stuff, and then she gonna claim like, no, I don't owe you nothing. Like Donald Trump, like, y'all take the medicine with it. I'm sorry, I can fuck up the economy, and y'all just deal with it. And that's how she is.
Well, that's what we dealing with right now. Somebody fucking up the economy. They all crying out for help.
Yeah, crying out for help. Yeah, you Leos is cool with me, man.
We all right. We don't want no smoke. We don't want no smoke.
Really ain't bothering nobody. I'm probably
I don't want no fight.
Not bothering anyone.
I'm good.
Thank you, Dorian.
Thank you, Dorian, for cleaning that up for me.
Yeah.
In other words,
I mean, the best thing he said was that the sun is a star.
Look,
like
that was it. That's the part of the conversation.
I didn't hear anything else. I don't know what y'all was
talking about. That was the most important part.
That was the only part.
That was the only.
That's it. That's the part.
It all makes sense.
Okay, that was the only part. Thank you. You're looking at the stars.
That's it.
That's all I have to say. I didn't have anything else to say.
Do y'all know what the biggest cry out for help is?
Miles.
I'm gonna tell y'all this. This is, and y'all hear me out when I say this. This is serious. When you see a woman with her eyebrows shaved off but drawn on.
Oh my goodness!
If she shaved her eyebrows completely off and drew them on up here,
I say above.
That is the biggest cry out for help. That is a psychopath. Something wrong with her, and you guys need to check on her.
She always looks surprised.
She always looks surprised, even if it's just a little one. It doesn't matter how they drew them on. It doesn't matter if she shaved them off and came back and drew them on.
And
I'm not talking about the women who fill in their eyebrows. They got eyebrow left and fill them in. I did that today. I'm not talking about them women. I'm talking about the ladies that just sat there in that mirror, shaved they shit completely off, and drew one line.
That really blows.
Y'all remember Onaija?
So you know
Onaija.
You know
she went to Dubai.
Megan Good did
she
that.
was in Pakistan.
No.
Megan Good. When she did that, she needed help. She needed some help.
She needed some.
Is she like that right now?
She wants some Jonathan penis.
No, what she did
That's
was
crazy work.
she had got laser surgery, hair surgery. She took the hair from the back of her head and they created her eyebrows.
That's one of the biggest cries out for help. Y'all might need to check on Megan.
Check on y'all people.
But I'm just talking about that. If they doing that pencil line, and everybody knows somebody like this, check.
I feel like that was the early 1990s, 2000s. It's still doing it.
They're still doing
you
it.
see them every so often. You may be at the market or something, just randomly,
and then it's like a.
I feel like that's the worst thing they ever did was have their eyebrows that thin.
Yes,
you look stupid.
I don't know. I can't do it.
They was mimicking Puerto Ricans and.
But I'm saying like in the 90s, that's how the women was wearing their eyebrows, and I think that is terrible. And I
do
hope
you
it
think
never
the red
goes back
hair
to that.
dye or the cutting your hair is the cry for help?
I do.
Hell yeah.
I do for women, but if anytime a woman's going through anything, she's always going to do something with her hair.
I think that's a healing point too. You know what I'm saying? Like when you see a woman and she done cut that hair off, I think you better be careful with her.
Okay.
She don't mind letting shit go because it's hard to let your hair grow.
It is.
You see the men putting Beijing in their shit. So if a woman can get up and cut her shit smooth off, you better be careful with her. She ain't for no game. She done playing.
And if she posts,
she done saying she done playing.
Okay.
And
if she posted, that's really real.
Ooh, when you post it on the floor,
the big shot. Okay.
First of all,
I'll be like, oh, she's strong.
When you meet a bald head woman to cut her hair off,
that's a strong woman.
And then she say, "I'm healing."
Okay. Be patient with her.
So my grandma has beautiful hair, but she has always worn her hair short, like no hair.
No,
really.
But she has a face for it.
Yeah.
And if you see her, it's like
at some
Have
point,
you ever seen her hair long?
Never.
At some point, she cut her hair. And so she said,
the reason why she cut, because she was saying she had beautiful hair and she was tired
of that,
of the hair, of how beautiful it was, and it would get tangled, and she had to do a lot of. So
she said, I'm done.
So my granny, I've never seen my granny with hair.
Wow.
Yeah, well, like you said, if you got the
I've only
face
seen
for
pictures of hair. I'll say that.
Allegedly, it was there.
Hey, girl, boy.
No, it was there.
Wait a minute.
but no.
Hey, girl, woman.
Hey, girl, boy.
Girl, woman.
She said they cloned her. She back. Who they cloned?
The girl, woman. Girl, woman. Because Donald Trump says cannot no longer use pronouns. She is girl, woman.
Oh, she can no longer be who she thought she was.
He did say for the next 4 years.
That is kind of
a man and a
just
woman.
imagine going around identifying. Y'all, listen. Let me tell you, it's real because when I went to the doctor, you know how you fill out your new registration form? They didn't have other. It was just male or female. I said, they updated this quick.
But it should always be there.
Yeah,
but it wasn't.
I ain't here to play
They gave
around.
you options.
They did say other.
Oh, she is beautiful.
Her hair always going like this.
Yeah.
She keep it short.
How old is she? That's the one that's 81?
She'll be 81 this month. Yeah.
Wow.
Period. That's the other.
Yeah.
Wow. But yeah, that's a cry out for help. Them eyebrows, that's a real cry out for help. That's all I didn't want to say that.
You don't think the Beijing is?
The Beijing kind of is.
You think so?
The Beijing is like,
yeah.
Grapes.
Okay.
I just feel like he got a problem with letting stuff go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
This is deeper than your hair.
It's deeper, yeah.
We have a problem.
I think you got a serious issue.
So what about the women that wear clothes that's too small for them?
I really hate that.
Is that a cry for help?
That's why all the smalls be gone and the big backs be in them.
Yeah, that's
Don't
a real
do that.
cry out for help.
Is that a cry for help?
yeah, that's a cry for help.
Yes. Because why would you do that?
Have y'all ever seen Shallow Hal?
Yes.
Yeah.
It reminds me of that. You know you can't fit that.
Yeah, I really don't. Don't do that.
You know you can't fit that.
Because I feel like for a bigger person, they already expecting your
just
clothes
gonna
not
squeeze
to
in
fit
it?
right in the first place. Don't give them
Don't give us a bad rep. It's that
Please don't. Yes, don't give us.
And the song wasn't called Bald Head Women. It's called Bald Head Hoes.
I thought it was bald head, scaly wag. Ain't got no hair in the
Okay.
back.
Oh,
That's what we used to say.
Your hair is messed up.
Okay.
See, listen, y'all,
That's
girl,
exactly what we used to say.
What did you say?
Girl boy knew who Onaija was. Respect to Allah, respect to the Allah, respect to the for Allah. Y'all know what I'm talking about?
No,
How do I don't know? Onaija, listen, she went to Pakistan.
You were speaking in tongues.
She went to Pakistan, right?
No.
Okay.
This woman went to Pakistan. She wanted to marry a 19-year-old boy. They got married over the internet. She went to Pakistan. When the little boy got to the airport with her and his mama was there, because she was using like a Nicki Minaj filter, that filter off TikTok that had her looking different or whatever. She got all the way over to Pakistan. His motherfucking mama said, oh no. And then next thing you know, she raised hell in Pakistan for months. You know what I'm saying? No, the black girl. The black lady. She raised hell. And she was like, requesting money like, I want money right now. I want $100,000 to fix up this land. Y'all ain't doing it right. Respect to the law. Respect for the law. Respect to Allah.
Can y'all please pull up a video so I can see her?
I have to see this footage.
This lady has been all over the world.
Yeah.
And she was the one that I was thinking about when I was talking about the eyebrows.
John.
So I'm glad you thought about that, girl boy.
So wait, so the mom, did the mom not think she was qualified enough?
First of all, the mama knew she was.
The mama never even knew that she was a grown woman like that. Like, first of all, I'm thinking
so she didn't know the age.
the mama was happy that her son was with an American. Now that means green card.
Right.
But she was black.
But she was black and old and it just
I
didn't
gotta be
give.
careful with them.
And crazy looking.
Long distance relationship.
Respect to the law.
I wouldn't want my son with no.
When y'all hear this, hold on, wait a minute.
I wouldn't want my son.
Oh, they cloned her for real. I can't believe this.
They clone who?
They cloned Onaija.
Who was?
Well, what does that mean by cloning?
It's a different. She got a different face now.
Oh.
for real estate.
She talking to the Pakistan. She took over their whole stuff.
Back into the city. It's not going in my pockets. I want $20K in my pockets for me.
What is your next plan? Are you staying or going back?
I'm taking my family from Arcade Gardens 605-A. I'm taking them and I'm taking them to Dubai.
Where is your family now?
Is she dressed up?
I did see her.
So she's having a press conference right now with the Pakistanians, with the presidents and everybody. These people really took her serious. And but the dopest part about this story, right?
No, I did see that.
I followed it. The dopest part about this story
Ain't
is
shit dope about that story.
I thought that Pakistanians were a different type of people. These people took her in. They start calling her Queen Onaija, the Queen of the Hood. They thought that she was like their savior. Like they started to worship her.
Wow.
They love
I'm gonna
black
tell you
people.
right
They
now,
love.
it was her eyebrows for me.
You saying it instantly?
Say that.
I've seen them instantly, but I did see that
Cry
video.
out for
I
help.
didn't know her
Somebody
name.
said that they think she back in New York.
Yeah, shout out to Ash. What's up, Ash?
She looked different.
She need to be back in the garden.
I'm
Either way,
I'm with Tia though. Them eyebrows was terrible.
It's the prime example of you need some help. You know,
get somebody else to do it.
I'm
she gotta say respect to Allah. Y'all gotta stop. This lady was out there fooling, and then when you say that, they gotta I don't know, they gotta do something with you. Now they start respecting her because she said that. She went to Dubai and said that shit. I heard they locked her up, so she was missing for like 30 days. Now she's back.
They say she's back in NYC. So
Okay, good.
I don't know. But
She was missing for a long time.
I did see her. I didn't know her name, but if I seen them eyebrows, I can never trust nobody who eyebrows look like that.
That's a crime.
And she ain't even attractive.
No, that's a crime
But
out for help.
I'm not gonna trust a man with his Beijing ain't Beijing the way it's supposed to. If that beard is not looking the way it's supposed to, just do it.
I really hate the black on the beard. I think that's more
do it.
noticeable.
It's too much.
Y'all don't know that we can see that that's shiny. Like,
No,
y'all
for
don't think we
real.
can see that?
It ain't hair. It's
But I
just-
guess that's probably how they feel about the lace fronts and stuff. Like
Exactly.
y'all don't know that we can see that.
Exactly. They call it screen door.
It's a screen door.
They say
Why
it's
you
a
got that
screen.
on? You look crazy.
Throw a little makeup on there. Keep
I'm
going.
just glad I
I'm
guess.
gonna be honest. Some of the, listen, okay, heavy on that hair clap
He's
with the
like,
hair.
thank you,
because I think these lace fronts is going a little too far.
Yeah.
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 It's-
And
I
edges.
really don't like the
So
braided wig.
So I want to do a parody. Don't nobody take my idea, but I definitely want to do a parody with the edges, and I want my edges to come all the way down,
so that they can see how they look.
Say it's the dramatic edge.
You know how the Wayans was doing
Yeah.
the scary movies. I
Yeah.
want to do that with these. They're
Yeah.
gonna be like, Brittany is crazy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that.
And then have on a long lash, like a
I'm gonna have something where my
At this point,
when
we
I
need
blink, I
we
feel
need
like it's just gonna
6D,
slap.
not 3D.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
I'm gonna do that.
In case y'all checking us out,
In
watching
case
the
y'all
Rise-
checking us out.
watching the Rise and Ground Morning Shows, put the word out. We're looking for a BDS person on for the morning show.
A BTS?
Same thing.
No, you said BDS.
Yeah, behind the scenes.
However you want to look at this.
I said, what is this? He gonna make it work.
Okay. Yes.
They- with the
I was
for
about
the-
to ask,
Ground Morning Show?
What is that?
yeah, for the Rise and Ground Morning
Monday
Show.
through Friday?
Monday through Friday.
Okay.
In the morning, we're gonna give y'all coffee and water.
You will have coffee and water. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna be a part of a great team. You
Yeah.
got a home.
Bring
You know?
your snacks.
It's so much more than coffee and water.
Yeah.
Like
so-
you're gonna be a part of something.
Yeah. You get cream and sugar with it.
You know?
You
So-
might get some great.
Okay.
Cream.
Sometimes we don't be having sugar.
Might be complimentary, okay?
We don't got nothing now.
See what I'm saying?
Just bring
Is
your
that why you
creams
drinking
and
water?
sugars and condiments.
Is that water you drinking?
Girl boy, no, it's tea. Girl boy said it's against my religion to be in my business. That's good.
Oh yeah, that's what Onaija said. They was asking her question. She said it's against my religion to tell you my business.
Oh, I'm about to start taking that one.
That's
No, for
good.
real.
My private life is
Because how
private.
can you
She
debate
said-
with that?
Yep, she said it's against my religion. And everybody, and because they're from that country where they respect religion so much, they left it. They let it be.
Wow, girl, boy, no, that's too far.
And she got the money, and they gave her the money.
about
All
to
that
read it.
that $20K that she needed in her pocket.
They gave it.
The
Plus
next scene,
for the land.
the next scene, you see her sitting there counting cash.
'Cause
They
where does
gave
money
her-
come from?
They gave her police officers, security. She had bodyguards.
So she just went over there and just became something.
and
She
became a
something.
queen.
Way
Yes,
more than she was ever in New York City.
Girl boy
Wow.
said they got dreads for dudes as a lace front.
I like the regular one.
Don't piss me off.
Okay.
That'll just piss me off.
That was
No.
wrong, too.
just have a
Let me say this
reflex.
for the guys, and I say this because I'm natural, so I feel like I can say it.
Okay.
If your hairline is leaving,
Just let it go.
let it go.
It's not that easy.
If it's gone and you have a beard, you're winning. Period.
But what if they don't have a beard? And it's
You
gone.
gotta
Keep
go-
the hair on
if
your
If
head.
it's gone and you got a goatee, you're winning.
What about if the Beijing be inside the cap?
Let it go.
Oh,
Now you got the black stuff around
well,
the rim of the
just
hat.
put your hat back on.
Let it
I
go.
don't want that, Charles.
Blue said he might need this position.
Okay then.
All right,
Period.
What I'm saying is, let it go.
Yeah.
Let it go.
Yeah.
The bald beard, bald goatee
People have
is
to-
hot. We
have
like
to
it. With
get
glasses, hats, we like it. We like it.
And I get it. The younger that these men are, the harder it is to let it go.
Yeah.
Some of these people are losing their hair at a very young age.
They are.
Now that's questionable.
People losing hair, they ain't never lost it before.
No, that's questionable. And I want to know why.
It's stress.
Because I feel like these YNs look older
They
than these old dudes out here. So
I
what's
ain't
the
gonna lie,
problem?
my son is thinning.
It's stress.
How old is he?
He's 17. He gonna
listen.
tell me he was stressed out. Like, what are
You
you
think
stressing
I'm
for?
lying on this platform? Listen,
Is
I'm
his
telling
dad?
you.
Is his dad thinning?
His dad is thinned.
He's stressed.
Oh, so he got. That's
So
his-
it's genetic.
That's genetic.
I think
Yeah.
that it's gonna be genetic.
Well, I feel like kids
But I'm gonna give him
now.
some of that oil that I just tagged.
Yes.
Because I'm getting him some of that oil.
But
Hey, I got a question. Does he still have follicles?
Yeah.
Then he should be good.
I feel like kids now have more stress than kids ever had.
What stress do they have?
Kids have a lot of
Y'all
stress.
got no goddamn stress.
Yes, they do.
What's the stress? What
Yes,
stress
they
do they have?
Kids have a lot of stress.
Like what?
Life. Everyday life. The same 20-year-olds. It's not the 20-year-olds back when y'all were growing up. It's a lot on our plate.
Y'all, she act like she ain't in the same generation.
Shani.
I'm just saying.
Chantel, what year was you born?
I'm on to
a
something.
millennial.
I thought she was about to say, I'm thinking Chantel on to something.
No,
Yeah.
She's a millennial.
I'm a millennial.
She is.
Yeah,
You're
they
not-
end at 96. She
you're
just
not-
made it.
She just
You're
made
not
it. She
onto
still got that other
anything.
shit in her or something.
I'm just
She
saying.
don't borderline.
We are not the same.
You was us.
Yeah, but I'm saying I'm y'all, but like it's not the same.
No.
Because she grew up with them though. She not us
I'm
though.
teeter-tottering.
I don't know who she is.
I'm teeter-tottering.
I don't know who she is.
I can tell that she's not.
I don't want to say that, but I'm
She
trying to understand.
She
I'm
used the term
both.
teeter totter. She thinking about tater tots and
But
the group
chicken fingers.
behind us.
Here, huh?
Who's behind us?
The Gen Zs, they don't matter.
That's who you would be?
She's a
no,
borderline.
I would have been
She's a borderline.
if I
She's
was
borderline.
a couple of months later.
I think that just because she was born in that last year, like she grew
I got the
up
best
with
of
the
both
Gen
worlds.
She
Z.
barely made it. I'm telling you, she barely made it.
And that's what I'm
Because
saying.
you gotta understand, after 92, it kind of got shaky.
Yeah, but 20-year-olds now, if you
No, I
don't,
think
if you don't have a job, if you still living at home, if you doing this, you doing that, you gonna get dogged.
Millennials are still living at home.
Exactly, but y'all had time to have fun. Y'all had time to make mistakes.
that's
y'all
what she's
had
saying.
time
Y'all don't
to.
have that time.
We don't. Everything
the-
seems
yeah.
like we have to be up
because it's
on
so
it.
much
Yes.
faster.
Everything you just said was false.
Thank you.
Miles, you didn't even live in it, so how you know?
Miles been,
I
he
was
didn't
here.
live all of it.
I left all of it.
Not this right here. Because
get what she's saying.
you see, because it's different.
And because
No,
I
you
have a
just saying that
17-year-old
shit.
who
I
think
tells
it's
me
fake-
stuff
it's
like
fake
this.
See, I'm
It
not
ain't-
sitting up
but
here lying.
Every stress is fake stress. Even the shit that we go through as grown adults, it's fake stress. None of it is
No,
real.
you can't
Dorian,
pay
I'm
your
not
bills.
trying to
That's
hear
real
this.
stress.
Dorian, you don't
That's
feel
not
like
real.
stress
What
is
you mean it ain't real?
It ain't real because you can't pay your bills. That's and it's people out here dying as motherfuckers with cancer. It's people
That's
with
what I'm
real
saying.
stress.
Stress
You talking
bring
about
on
bills?
health
How about-
issues.
You can't go and make $300. Get your lazy ass up and go make $300.
Yes,
How
they
about
are.
you got
Bills not even that high.
They
How
pay-
about you got cancer and you can't make your bills?
That's
I was
real
about
stress.
to say, Gen
But
Z's
just
are.
'cause you can't pay a bill, get your ass on a payment plan.
Gen Z is at the age now where they're at least paying their phone bill.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are.
The phone be $15 now.
Well, that's depending on your plan and carrier. A lot of people phones
Gen
ain't paid
Zs
off
are like
yet.
teenagers right now.
Right.
They're not paying anything.
Yeah, they are. Some people, you can get a work permit at 16.
So who do you know that's paying the bill right now? That's a Gen Z.
I don't know Gen Z.
Exactly.
That's
not-
different.
That's not actual
I
and
can
it's not
relate for them,
factual.
and I'm
You
going to
can't relate to it.
advocate for them.
I'm going to say this about the Gen Zs. The Gen Zs are the ones that's making their money on YouTube, Facebook.
Content
all
creators.
They're content creators. They taught us the content creator way,
No, they
right?
didn't.
Well, they didn't teach us, but they showed us how to
They
get it to
ain't
pop.
shit. They-
So
Look, Ash said her kid look like a Kardashian. She ain't stressed.
but ask her. But if Ashley
how old
asks her
is
kid
she?
is she stressed, I bet you she tell her yeah.
Yes, how old is her
It's just
kid?
they made it up like you said. It's not real.
It's
I'm
not
not
real
agreeing
stress.
that it's real.
No, this is real stress.
I'm gonna be my nieces. They are Gen Zs and they have no stress. Your son's a Gen Z.
they
My
can have
son got into it with his girlfriend and he's stressed
He's
out.
stressed.
Like, dude, you get you.
Because why she stressing him out? And my whole thing is just because y'all can't relate to their stress don't mean it's not real. It means that y'all just can't relate.
This is why your millennial card is being revoked.
I'm gonna stick beside him because what y'all not supposed to do is sit up here and act like I went like this a couple of days ago.
She said her teen ain't stressed either. No, they living life.
Of course, we all living.
Listen,
we all living.
The Gen Zs, my Gen Zs are living life. They're not stressed.
I know for a fact my son ain't stressed, but he told me.
How about
my Gen Zs are stressed.
How about just Gen Zs? Let's go. Let's get out of here.
None of my Gen Zs are stressed. Jenny is. I'm telling you,
Gen Zs are listening to Rod Wave and they are stressed.
We are with you.
We're going through. I'm telling you,
you said after 92 it got shaky. I would say 93 is where it got a little shifty. After 93.
Anything, I'll take it. Whatever you, I'm not even gonna beef and argue about it. It's something right around there.
I'm teeter-totter.
I'm telling you. It got really shaky and they listening to Rod Wave and they're overly depressed. Because of that music.
This is her.
Depressing.
Why y'all gonna sit there and
she loves
you need help, you depressed. No, but I'm like Rod Wave.
She loves him.
I do love him. And I was mad that he canceled his concert.
He should have.
He going through it.
Yeah.
Had to be there for him.
He depressed.
He got caught up in his own shit.
I had to call him, make sure he was okay.
Girl, I see why I be wanna die on stage.
Why you wanna fly?
Yeah, he do got a song called Fly. Either way, y'all, it's all right, y'all. We know the real. We here.
You know what, Shady? Your millennial card has just been revoked.
My Gen Zers, we here. My millennials.
I know Dorian. Dorian said he's so blessed he was born in reality, the 70s.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm happy I wasn't born during that time.
I am so glad I wasn't born in that.
Y'all was free love. Y'all was hitchhiking.
I ain't gonna lie.
Everybody was on drugs.
Everybody was on drugs.
Everybody was bell bottoms and shit.
I would say I'm glad I'm wearing my bell bottoms now.
Yeah. I am glad.
I don't ever want to be.
Ain't nothing wrong with cocaine. Go ahead.
Everybody in the 70s was on drugs. Y'all was hitchhiking and y'all was getting killed and nobody knew it. Like, no.
Y'all ain't had no GPS.
And y'all generation so
and
lost,
then the people
they
that
call
was,
y'all the X. Like,
they ain't had no GPS.
Y'all are so unknown. Nobody knows nothing about y'all.
I would say this. Shout out to I would like to send my condolences to the people who lost their family. They found 3 dead bodies burned up in the car. And it's kind of spooky. They say it was burned up to where you can't even tell if they're boys or girls.
Wow.
You would bring us down.
I mean, I'm sorry. I had to bring it down a little bit.
And
this happened last night?
The day before yesterday, yeah.
He would bring us down while we was up.
Yeah, I mean, no, you wasn't up. You was right here.
That's that water. You know what I'm saying? That's gotta put the fire out. When that water see the fire firing, they just gotta put the fire out.
Yes.
That's the one. That's the 70s for you.
Yeah. I mean, you got to really realize water bring life and bring death. So
does fire.
No, it doesn't.
We bring life and death.
No, fire don't bring shit.
Yes, it does, because we bring in heat. Keeping you warm so you don't die when it's cold outside.
Do it again.
Great answer.
So I'm trying to understand.
Great answer.
You can live or die with us. What are you saying?
Same with
and that's real right there. Dorian, I gotta read this last comment from Dorian. He said, "It's my generation's fault. We sold a dream to y'all and we couldn't fulfill it.
Thank you.
Thank God for some accountability.
Sold all the time.
Because y'all was selling more. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all was selling dreams and crack.
Yeah.
And that is where y'all fucked us up at.
Yeah.
And then y'all started taking it. And then had babies. And then thought we supposed to just be all this and all that.
And we the babies.
I thank God that
you a crack baby.
I'm not a crack baby.
We the babies.
I'm not a crack baby.
We the babies.
Tia crack baby.
I'm not a crack baby. My mama ain't never. My mama sold drugs. She didn't do the drugs. She said, "Baby, I move the drugs. I don't do the drugs." Okay. She just had her first drink, man.
Hey, mama.
Y'all, please leave people mama.
Okay.
Hey, look.
Leave people. Tia
mama came to the box and I was like, "Hey, mom."
Did you ask her about the grapes?
All right, y'all, we're about to get out of here. Thank y'all for watching Rise and Grind Morning Show. We'll see y'all tomorrow.
Like, subscribe, YouTube, Rise and Grind Morning Show.
Yep.
Share.
Happy birthday, Blue Bee.
Yes, happy birthday.
Happy birthday. It's your birthday.
Oh, and Dorian also said weed wasn't good, but the cocaine was damn good.
Y'all was getting blown.
That's crazy.
That's crazy work. All right,
that's why don't nobody know y'all.
Y'all unrecognizable.
Monday through Friday, great conversation, guest appearances.